Chapter 761. The kingdom was quite far from the king's battleground, more than 30,000 li. However, the dragon speed was also extremely fast, reaching up to 1,000 li per hour. On the afternoon of the 15th, Fong Ping and the others set off. On the night of the 16th, Fong Ping could already see the desolate and uninhabited land in the distance. The king's battleground was like a big bowl, upside down on the ground. The king's battleground was between two kingdoms. The kingdom's terrain was not rectangular. From the king's battleground, it was Destiny Royal Court's territory. In terms of territory size, Destiny Royal Court was slightly larger than Sky Plant's Royal Court. The four kingdoms' total area was more than 6 billion square kilometers. Among them, Thousand Demon Royal Court was the largest, while Guardian Royal Court was the smallest. Destiny Royal Court's territory was much larger than Sky Plant's Royal Courts. By much, it was probably close to the total area of Earth. Before they reached their destination, Fong Ping stood up on the dragon's back, his expression cold. "We're finally here?" The kingdom shouldn't have put up a warrant for Fong Ping. Otherwise, why would they force him to enter God's land? Everyone was speechless. Putting up a warrant for Fong Ping was to make it easier to kill Fong Ping. Who would have thought that they still needed to force Fong Ping to enter God's land? After saying that, Fong Ping tilted his head to look at the people on the dragon's back, saying, 34 commander-level martial artists, 12 venerables. Commander-level martial artists, follow me into the king's battleground. Venerables, Fong Ping pondered for a moment, then looked at Hua Yu. Hua Yu, give me the commander-level martial artists under you. I'll let my people cooperate with you in the venerables battleground. Are you interested in bringing people to play across the boundaries? Hua Yu smiled playfully. Feng Miesheng, you're bringing so many people in just to capture a few people. Don't you even have this little bit of confidence? Fong Ping's expression darkened. Cut the crap. What do you know? These people are the reincarnations of some powerhouses from the land of rebirth. Although they are not as strong as Fong Ping, they are not to be underestimated. Hua Yu, if you're still so stupid, you'll be the next one to die. Hua Yu snorted. Not far away, Purple Moon smiled faintly and said, there's no harm in going to the commander realm to take a look. Feng Miesheng, we can leave our men to you, but you have a precedent. Last time, you were completely annihilated in the general realm. I hope that it won't happen again this time. After saying that, Purple Moon said to the people behind her, Commander Realm Warriors, follow Feng Miesheng into the unified domain. Remember, be smart. Don't think about throwing your life away. We're all Commander Realm martial artists. I don't think we're that stupid. Fong Ping huffed. Purple Moon, don't give me that. If your people go in, then you have to listen to me. Otherwise, if anyone dares to mess up my plans, this commander will kill them all. Fong Ping was not courteous at all. Purple Moon chuckled softly, not minding either. He continued to count the number of people and said in a low voice, there are a total of 42 commander-level people. Hua Yu, Yangsheng, and the rest of you, there are a total of 60 people. Killing those people is not up to me alone. Hua Yu smiled faintly and said nonchalantly, all right, you guys can go in now. Listen to Feng Extermination's arrangements. The other young man also said with a smile. Fong Ping did not say anything more. He turned to look at Feng Ji, who had just returned from the battlefield, and asked, how many people does the majestic court have in the unified domain? Feng Ji said hurriedly. When this subordinate came out, there were 37 people. What about the 8 major divine sects and 12 dynasties? About 30 people. This subordinate did not check carefully. Fong Ping nodded slightly and said slowly, in that case, this commander can still gather close to 70 people in the unified domain. Including the people here, there are 130 people. On the other side, Ji Yao said slowly, this consort did not bring many people this time. There are only 10 people who can enter the unified domain. However, the majestic court has about the same number of people in the unified domain as you do. It won't be a problem to gather 70 people. Fong Ping said savagely, 200 people. 200 commander-level people. If we still can't kill Wang Jinyang and the rest, then we're all trash. His face was full of savagery, but many people snorted at him. Hua Yu smiled faintly and said, "You and Ji Yao are among the 200 commanders, but you can't even kill a few martial practitioners who have come back to life. Feng Yesheng, if you really fail, this sovereign thinks that you should just withdraw from the throne yourself." A few hundred people. That was not to chase and kill, but to search. After all, the unified domain was not small. If they found the people, so many people could not kill them. 200 commander-level people were enough to kill a rank 9. A large number of ants could kill an elephant. Rank 7s were not weak either. If they attacked together, they could even kill a rank 9. In the past, when human rank 9 martial artists were not enough, 7 or 8 rank 7 martial artists dared to intercept a rank 9. Although there were heavy casualties, at least they could delay the other party. 200. If they fought with all their might, they could even kill a rank 9. Fong Ping did not care about him. He looked at Ji Yao and asked, "Did you bring the true king's origin with you?" Ji Yao glanced at him and said lightly, "That's none of your business." Fong Ping was displeased. He shouted, "Ji Yao, you better not go in. This commander does not want what happened last time to happen again. If you bring the origin with you, those people will capture you and use you to threaten us. Do you want to repeat what happened last time?" Ji Yao's expression was ugly. Feng Yesheng, this bastard, was getting more and more arrogant. Fong Ping did not care how ugly her expression was. He looked around and looked at the Tiger King's descendant. He said, "Anyone who carries the true king's origin better not go in. This commander does not want them to use you as a target. They could have one for sure, but in the end, because of you, we will suffer heavy casualties." Beside him, Lu Wushan also said, "The situation in the unified domain is special. It's best not to bring the origin with you, including Lord True King's clone. Even if you bring it, it's best not to use it. Although Lord True King's clone doesn't contain much origin, mainly immortal deity, once its attack power reaches the divine path, it will also trigger the chaos origin." Origin Chi was slightly different from a clone. One was the embodiment of Origin Dao, containing a wisp of Origin Dao enlightenment. In fact, it did not have any attack power. In the outside world, it was almost useless, unless it was used for enlightenment. However, in the unified domain, Origin Chi was the trigger, and its lethality was extremely high. As for the True King's clone, it contained very little Origin Chi. Some did not even have it at all. It was purely cut by mentality. If such a clone only had the strength of a weak rank 9, it would not trigger the chaos origin. At this time, Fong Ping looked at Ji Yao and said, "Lord Life King's clone on you. Its strength should have reached the divine path. It's best not to bring it." Fong Ping's heart was filled with anticipation. "Don't bring it. If you don't bring it, I can kill you. If you do, it will be very troublesome." Ji Yao humphed. "Mind your own business. Why won't I bring it? With Ancestor King's clone around, I don't think they will dare to do anything to me." Obviously, this woman was not completely stupid. Just bring it and don't use it. When it was really necessary, it would be extremely dangerous. Who would care if others died or not? At most, they would die together. Fong Ping felt regretful. What a pity. It seemed like he could not force this woman to the path of death, or else it would be troublesome. She was harder to kill than Feng Yesheng. Life King was definitely stronger than Feng Yesheng. Life King was the Lord of Destiny Royal Court's True King Hall, a top-notch powerhouse who had fought with Heavenly King suppressing across space. His clone would not be weaker than old Zhang's. Once Ji Yao was killed, it might explode on its own. As for Feng Yesheng's Maple King's clone, it had not reached that level yet. From this, one could see the difference in strength between some powerhouses. Of course, the strength of the clone depended on how much mentality these true kings cut. Heavenly King Suppressing had cut a few times, but his strength was very average. Obviously, he did not cut much. At the moment, he was not sure how strong the Life King's clone on Ji Yao was. Fong Ping felt that it was best not to test it. The King's Battleground. The few human rank 9 powerhouses in charge of guarding were still on the high platform that Fong Ping had arrived at previously. Beside them, in the Catacombs Powerhouse's palace, there were also a few rank 9 powerhouses in the flight step, looking at the periphery. On the high platform, Wei Yong's expression did not look good. So many people, so many powerhouses. Almost 10 rank 9 powerhouses had come. More than 30 rank 8 powerhouses. There were even more rank 7s. Wei Yong roughly sensed that there were about 70 of them. An army of more than 100 people had arrived. At this moment, Wei Yong's head was as big as a cow's, about to explode. He hurriedly looked at a rank 7 martial artist who had been on standby and shouted, "Go in quickly! Go! Tell everyone to evacuate the rank 7 region. You must be fast." He was not the only one. Several other rank 9 powerhouses who were in charge of guarding the place bellowed angrily, "Go! Remember, even if the entrance is blocked, you have to break through it." When the rank 7 martial artist hurried into the rank 7 territory, the Caucasian powerhouse from the Hall of Gods said with a livid expression, "Wei Yong, damn bastard, tell your Lord Martial King that we do not welcome people from martial arts universities. Next time, cancel the quota for martial arts universities." Experts from Myriad Pagoda World and ancient Buddhist sacred ground agreed. "That's right. Your people are too much." Every time he would implicate others. If this were to continue, how would they be able to explore the king battlefield? How can it become a holy land for cultivation? All of them were extremely dissatisfied. If this went on, how are they going to continue exploring the king-level battlefield? The entrance of a few people from martial arts universities had attracted so many people to help. They were about to go crazy. Wei Yong also wanted to cry, but had no tears. He was too lazy to argue and immediately said, "Stop talking nonsense, delay for a while. Quickly, say that we want to check their identities and qualifications. At least let our people out first. Otherwise, they won't be able to come out later." At this time, the few of them could not be bothered to continue cursing. What Wei Yong said was right. If they did not delay, such a large group of people entering together, there must be an important figure with leadership power. Then the people inside would be in danger. The few of them did not delay and flew toward the entrance one after another. Before the others came out, at least most of the people had to evacuate before the catacombs people could enter. Otherwise, something big might happen. Wei Yong prepared to intercept them for a moment while transmitting his voice. "Later, I will return to Mount Royal Sea to inform all the paragons. When you guys come out, take some of them with you. Don't stay here for long." The people from the sacred grounds responded one after another. Usually, everyone was at odds with each other. However, when it came to a time of life and death, if they still could not reach an agreement, the human world would have been conquered long ago. Even so, the few of them still made up their minds. There would not be a next time. The next time martial arts university people came, they would immediately evacuate their people. If martial arts university people participated in the next youth competition, they would immediately protest. Of course, it was hard to say whether there would be a next time. Who knew what would happen in 3 years? As these people were discussing, in the distance, a group of people riding on dragon beasts had already flown over. From afar, some of the powerhouses in charge of guarding the imperial battlefield shouted, "Welcome, your highnesses. Greetings, Lord Liu. Greetings, Marshal Nan." The powerhouses in charge of guarding were also very surprised. So many people, so many powerhouses. Lu Wushan, the top powerhouse in the God General's ranking. Jinan Xiantong, the big shots in Sky Gate Royal Court, each led an army. Xiantong was still the #1 powerhouse in King Mystic Territory, leading the entire King Mystic Territory. Maple Mansion, Hua Mansion, Zilluo Mansion, Tiger Mansion, 100 Hills Mansion. The heirs of these mansions were all here. Even they did not expect that a small disturbance in the imperial battlefield would actually attract so many people. "Lord!" They were welcoming, but Wei Yong and the rest's expressions changed again. Even the Lord-level powerhouses were here. Although humans did not know much about the few royal courts, they at least knew that Sky Plant's royal court had 9 halls. Other than the true King Hall, the other 8 halls, Lord and Deputy Lord, were all peerless powerhouses among rank 9. They did not expect such powerhouses to come here. Not only Sky Plant's royal court, but Destiny Royal Court also had many powerhouses. Wei Yong even felt that these few god generals who came were giving him a great sense of oppression. This is troublesome. These people are guarding the periphery. Even if they come out, It will be dangerous. I'm afraid the few of us can't stop them. It seems that we must ask the paragons to come and hold the fort. Wei Yong thought to himself. Including the rank 9s who were originally in charge of guarding, there were already 14 catacombs rank 9s here. Among them, half of them had stepped into Origin Dao. With so many powerful rank 9s here, the 6 of them might not be able to stop them. Fortunately, no desperate realms came, but it's hard to say what will happen next. If the human paragons are here, I'm afraid that the catacombs paragons will also come soon. Wei Yong's mind was filled with thoughts one after another. He was still thinking. At this time, among the people who came, someone shouted loudly, "Is Fong Ping here? Tell the resurrected martial artist that if Fong Ping comes here, I will let Wang Jinyang and the rest go." The person who came was very arrogant. He stood alone on top of a dragon beast's head. Soon, he looked at Wei Yong and the rest, shouting, "You guys go back and report to your true king. Let Fong Ping come to the land of King Battleground. I will bring people back. Otherwise, I will kill all the resurrected martial artists in the land of King Battleground this time." After saying that, Fong Ping shouted again, "King Ancestor, King Huai, and the other lords will be here soon. King Hua and the other lords may come too. If you still don't hand Fong Ping over, don't blame me for attacking the land of rebirth." Fong Ping shouted loudly. His face was full of arrogance. Actually, he was telling these guys to go back and report quickly. King Maple and the rest were likely to arrive at the Imperial City. If they did not find Fong Ping when they arrived at the Imperial City, with the King Lord's cunning personality, he might deliberately leak that Fong Ping might be in the crowd. That guy, in order to get rid of suspicion, would most likely leak some information on purpose. Of course, it would not be too soon. If it was too soon, the King Lord was also worried that Fong Ping and the rest would be killed before they could reach the land of King Battleground. When Fong Ping and the rest entered the land of King Battleground, that guy might do this. Among the crowd, there were a few descendants of the true king now. They were all the most important kind. The probability of the true king rushing here was not small. When Wei Yong heard this, his expression changed instantly. A few true kings? No, he had to find Zhang Tao quickly. The few martial artists inside were Zhang Tao's people. If things went according to the current situation, they would die without a doubt. Wei Yong and the rest did not reply. Fong Ping shouted again, "Hand over Fong Ping, and this matter will be over. Otherwise, I will kill all of you until the land of rebirth flows with blood. If you don't hand over Fong Ping and let the longevity sword come here, I will also give you a chance." Wei Yong and the rest were confused. Why was the longevity sword involved again? Seeing that they did not utter a word, Fong Ping snorted coldly. "A bunch of trash. Go and inform your true king. You can't make the decision yet. Do you want us to attack the land of rebirth before you are willing to beg for mercy?" Wei Yong frowned at him. Arrogant. He knew this guy, Feng Yeshing. Previously, he heard that he was on the run after being killed by Fong Ping and was lucky to escape with his life. Now he was actually arrogant. Wei Yong did not say much. He sent a voice transmission to the others. "This is troublesome. I have to leave immediately and report to Absolute Summit. Everyone, delay for a while more?" "All right." Actually, there was no need for him to delay. Fong Ping ordered directly, "Recuperate for a while and get ready. Someone Fong Ji, you go in first. Gather the people from the royal court and wait at the entrance. This time, we must kill Wang Jinyang." "Yes, sir," Fong Ji responded. Without hesitation, he entered the rank 7 region very quickly. Ji Yao and the rest did not have any objections. Ji Yao also made some arrangements, sending people in to gather people first. Lu Wuxian and the rest looked satisfied. The few highnesses had all grown up. This was the proper way to do things. It was to prevent the other party from defeating them one by one before they could gather. It was good now. When everyone was here, hundreds of chieftains would gather and surround and kill a few rank 7s. It would be a piece of cake. This way, the safety of the few highnesses would be the greatest guarantee. As he was thinking about it, Fong Ping shouted again, "The rest can leave. Keep a close eye on Wang Jinyang and the rest. Don't let them leave the land of war." Even if they leave the land of war, be prepared to kill them. Don't worry about the land of rebirth's true king. Ancestor Wang and the rest will be here in a moment. At this moment, Wei Yong could not take it anymore. He shouted, "How dare you attack the homicidal martial artists outside the land of war?" Fong Ping sneered. "So what? Wang Jinyang and the rest must be killed. Do you really think that the royal court is afraid of you?" You. Wei Yong was anxious. Without hesitation, he used flight step and headed straight for Mount Royal Sea. Lu Wushan glanced at Fong Ping and sent a voice transmission. "Your Highness, don't incite the battle between the true kings." Fong Ping laughed. "Miexing understands. We are just forcing the land of rebirth to hand Fong Ping over." Lu Wushan nodded slightly and said nothing more, while Fong Ping and the rest were waiting. Forbidden Catacombs, Mount Royal Sea. Wei Yong did not stop. His speed was extremely fast. It took him less than half an hour to travel 1,000 miles. At this moment, Wei Yong was in a sorry state. Flying at 2,000 miles per hour was a heavy burden on his body. He had just arrived at Mount Royal Sea when Zhang Tao's silhouette suddenly appeared. He asked, "Is there a situation in the land of war?" Wei Yong said hurriedly, "There's a problem. Many powerhouses are here. One of the 8 halls even sent a hall master. I've never seen him before. 70 to 80 rank 7 martial artists are here. That's not all. The Maple King's descendant, Feng Miexing, even said that many peerless powerhouses are coming." Wei Yong reported the news hurriedly. Zhang Tao pondered for a moment. His gaze was slightly strange. He asked, "Repeat what Feng Miexing said word for word." Wei Yong was a rank 9 after all. His memory was amazing. Without any delay, he repeated it immediately. Zhang Tao began to plan in his mind. This was a threat. It also meant that Feng Miexing was arrogant and despotic. But this seemed to be a message too, right? The Maple King was coming. Many true kings were coming too. He even asked someone to tell these peerless powerhouses that even the longevity sword was mentioned. Fong Ping? This thought popped up in Zhang Tao's mind. The next moment, he was suddenly sure. It must be Fong Ping. This guy killed Feng Miexing and replaced him. He actually became the crown prince? Not bad. If that was the case, he had become the boss of the rank 7 region in the land of war? How did this kid do it? As Zhang Tao thought about it, his expression suddenly changed. Motherf asterisk her. Old Zhang suddenly cursed. This kid seemed to have said that many true kings were coming. Based on this guy's personality, he must have felt that he could not handle it alone and said it on purpose. He was asking him to hurry up and save his life. Maple King, Hua King, Ziluo King, and this is the Monster Plant Kingdom. Don't tell me the Monster Plant Kingdom is coming too? Zhang Tao's face turned green as he thought about it. What was this bastard doing? Why did he provoke so many true kings just by going to the restricted area? Wei Yong saw him swearing and said worriedly, "King Wu, are they really going to start a war? It's not the time yet. They've waited for thousands of years. It won't be this time, right?" Zhang Tao's expression was ugly. It would not be an all-out war. However, if these people knew that Fong Ping was here and Fong Ping killed their descendants, a war might break out. Others aside, if Maple King knows that Feng Miexing is dead, he definitely won't let it go. That guy wanted to kill Fong Ping for a long time. The Feng family's more powerful figures are all dead. Zhang Tao was helpless. Maple King's 2 sons, both of whom had stepped into Origin Dao, were all dead. Among his few grandsons, Feng Qing and Feng Miexing were the most outstanding. Now they were all dead. If Maple King knew about this situation, how could he not go crazy? It was fine if they were not all dead. At least there was still hope. If Feng Qing was dead, there was still Feng Miexing to replace him. However, now that they were all dead and the rest were all repulsive people, how could he not be angry? This is troublesome. Zhang Tao was very tired. I thought that I alone would be enough. I'm afraid it's a little troublesome now. It's not enough. Also, what did this kid do to stir up such a big mess this time? Did he reap any benefits? Stirring up trouble depends on whether it's worth it or not. If it's not worth it, then stir up trouble. I can't tolerate this kind of cleaning up after a person. This bastard provoking a true king. It's not worth it if I don't get 2,000 caddies of energy stones. A ton of energy stones is worth it if I provoke a true king. But how many do I have to provoke? How many tons? And this is the light kind. If I fight a true king to the death. F***CK. It's not worth it if it's less than 5 tons. Zhang Tao cursed in his heart. A fight to the death might not happen. However, some conflicts were inevitable. In other words, if he had conflicts with many true kings this time, Fang Ping would at least get back a few tons of energy stones. That would not be a loss. I was going to collect 1,500 caddies from him. Humph. Now, if a true king comes, it's 1,500 caddies. I'll see if he still causes trouble next time. Zhang Tao made up his mind. If 4 or 5 true kings came this time, he would collect 600 to 700 caddies from him. That kid still had a few tons of mineral vein in MCMAU. If he did not get anything this time, the mineral vein would belong to him. That's good too. Let's see if you still cause trouble after I take your mineral vein. Old John calculated and said quickly, "You go back first." I know what happened. Now that the catacombs' true kings haven't arrived, it's not convenient for us to show up. Don't worry. This place is only 1,000 miles away from the king battlefield. If a true king really comes, we'll be there soon. Wei Yong thought about what this meant. Did the martial king think that he could not handle it alone? Surely not. Zhang Tao ignored him and did not probe the king battlefield with his mentality, lest others think that he had a guilty conscience. If there were no true kings coming to the king battlefield, he would be suspicious if he rashly probed. I'm afraid it's a little difficult for me to handle it alone. I'll have to call Li Jun. That old geezer warlord still has to guard Magic City. He can't come, so I'll have to call another powerful paragon. That should be enough, right? With 3 powerful paragons, it's not a big deal if 4 or 5 true kings come. But this kid is really going to go bankrupt this time. After causing so much trouble, maybe I can extort 10,000 caddies of energy stones, just enough to take away half of MCMU's mineral vein, lest others think it's unfair, Zhang Tao calculated in his heart. MCMU still had some assets. Fang Ping kept causing trouble like this. He had to be taught a lesson. MCMU has suffered a lot this time. We've lost half of the mineral vein. It's time to remember. P.S. Those who participated in the tipping event can go for the lucky draw now. The event has ended. Chapter 762. The King's Battleground. Fang Ping brought everyone and stood at the entrance. Not long after, a group of people rushed out, covered in blood. Fang Ping saw the situation and shouted, "Someone, go in and tell them not to let these useless people break up the camp. Other than Wang Jinyang and a few others, they are all useless. It doesn't matter if they kill them or not." The human powerhouses who had just rushed out glared at them. This was too much of a blow. Fang Ping sneered, his face full of contempt. He cursed in his heart. "What are you glaring at? I'm saving you." Ignoring these people. After a while, Feng Ji came out and said loudly, "Your Highness, the news has been spread. Now they are rushing to the entrance." Fang Ping looked around. Many people had come out from the human side. If he delayed any longer, others would be suspicious. Fang Ping did not delay anymore, shouting, Go in." As soon as he finished speaking, there were people scouting ahead and people protecting behind. Under everyone's protection, Fang Ping began to enter the king's battleground. The crowd followed in. Seeing this scene, the human powerhouses sighed. They were dead. Wang Jinyang and the rest would definitely die. Too many. They could still escape before. That was because the catacombs were not united. Now, 2 princes with the right to speak had entered. Now in the rank 7 region, who dared to disobey. A few hundred rank 7s were enough to fight a big battle. In the Tianan Catacombs battle, the catacombs gathered rank 7 martial artists were only about 100 people. This time, there were more people than the Tianan battle. Moreover, these people could enter the king's battleground. They were geniuses. Their martial arts and combat techniques were stronger, and their equipment was better. Many of them carried divine weapons. Wang Jinyang and the rest were not rank 9s. Even if they were rank 9s, weak rank 9s would still die. Origin powerhouses were more likely. Origin powerhouses were very difficult to kill. At the same time, Fong Ping and the others entered the king's battleground. Skyplant City. Two huge figures broke through the air and arrived directly. In the next moment, an old figure appeared in the void. Tianyu, Feng Ji, Huaying, both of you are here. In the void, King Huai's mentality swept past, and he snorted softly. In the next moment, a team of sky plant soldiers guarding in the Huai manor exploded. The old Tianyu frowned slightly. Duke Huai snorted coldly and said, "The Duke Huai manor is not the place for the royal court to interfere. How dare you barge into Duke Huai manor? You're courting death." He did not care what these people were doing in Duke Huai manor. Without his permission, entering Duke Huai manor was the same as seeking death. Having said that, King Huai's mentality swept across the imperial city and asked coldly, "Where is Fong Ping?" Tianyu glanced at him and said indifferently, "Huaying, don't be impatient. Withdraw your pressure." King Huai was completely unbridled. Although he hadn't specifically targeted them, nor had he purposely retracted his oppressive might, over 1,000 people had already died in the city. Tianyu was clearly displeased. This time, King Huai retracted his aura and said mildly, "I only care about Fong Ping. That bastard provoked us again and again. We should have killed him long ago." At the side, the Fong King also looked around and said slowly, "Where's Old Man Extermination?" Tianyu said mildly, "Feng Yesheng and the others have gone to the battleground, preparing to kill Fong Ping's henchmen," Tianyu said casually, then said, "Fong Ping didn't appear. What happened earlier might not have been Fong Ping's doing." "What do you mean?" King Huai was somewhat displeased and said unhappily, "Then who killed the people from King Huai manors?" He was displeased, and so was Tianyu. He said in an icy voice, "Huaying, don't question me again. You don't have the right. If you dare to be impudent again, don't blame me for summoning back the demons from the King Huai region." King Huai snorted, but said nothing more. Within the territory of the king's court, all the demons, be it monsters or monster plants, had to listen to Tianyu. Today, everyone's life essence and energy fruits were provided by the monster plant clan. If he really angered Tianyu and summoned these demons back, he would be in trouble too. The Feng King smiled faintly and said, "Why is Tianyu so angry?" After he said a few words, Tianyu's anger subsided, and he said mildly, "When I became a king, there was no King Huai to speak of. Young people are hot-tempered." King Huai glanced at him and ignored him. He became a king relatively late. Tianyu was also a monster plant. He had lived for an unknown number of years and started guarding the Sky Plant Royal Court 1,000 years ago. It was around that time that he became a true king. As for him, he became a true king only a few hundred years ago. On the other hand, the Feng King had become a true king for a longer time. Although he was later than Tianyu, he improved faster and walked quite a distance on the Tao of Origin. In the void, the three chatted for a while. Below, many people were kneeling. The few of them did not mind. The Feng King glanced at Zhao Xingwu, who was not far away, and raised his brows slightly. He did not look much and said, "Let's go to the Feng Mansion for a chat." 2 people and 1 demon directly landed in the Feng Mansion. Once they landed in the Feng Mansion, the Feng King asked, "What's going on with Zhao Xingwu?" Tianyu smiled faintly and said, "Feng Ji, you really don't know anything?" The Feng King smiled and said, "Indeed, I don't know. My clone was taken away by extermination, and some things have not been sent back." As he said, the Feng King swept a glance at the Feng Mansion. Then he suddenly grabbed with his bare hand. In the next instant, a figure landed in his hand. Jin Yuhuai was almost scared to tears and hurriedly said, "Lord Feng King, this subordinate comes from the 6 southern regions. It was His Highness who brought me back." The Feng King frowned slightly and said, "Shut up. This king is asking you. Who have you been in contact with?" Jin Yuhuai had a blank expression. Then he said nervously, "Lord, this subordinate." The Feng King ignored him. In the next instant, some things on Jin Yuhuai's body directly floated out. The Feng King said faintly, "Medicinal pills from the land of rebirth. Have you been in contact with resurrected martial artists?" Jin Yuhuai hurriedly said, I've fought with resurrected martial artists many times in the 6 southern regions and seized some of their medicinal pills. The Feng King said faintly, No wonder. As soon as this king entered the mansion, I felt the unpleasant aura of the resurrected martial artists. Get lost. After saying that, the Feng King ignored him. Jin Yuhuai's legs turned to jelly. He greeted the 3 true kings with fear and trepidation before leaving the place in a panic. The Feng King walked toward the basilica while shaking his head and said, Resurrected martial artists are really everywhere. Even the Feng mansion is tainted with their aura. Tianyu smiled and said, You know a lot about resurrected martial artists. How can I not know anything after fighting for so many years? The Feng King did not mind. He smiled and said, But you, Tianyu, have been guarding the imperial city for so many years. You don't know much about resurrected martial artists. After a few words, the Feng King and the others had already arrived at the basilica. The few of them took their seats. Tianyu did not delay and roughly explained the matter. The Feng King heard that and frowned slightly. The Tianji army is indeed useless. Extermination was too anxious. He should have waited for this king to return before making plans. It's not appropriate to bring people to the king's battleground in a hurry. Tianyu smiled faintly. It's understandable. Beside him, the Huai King said, Then let's investigate thoroughly. Feng Ji, you and I will work together to seal off the imperial city and investigate carefully. I've checked on Feng Ping before. If we meet Feng Ping, no matter how he disguises himself, once I inspect him, he will definitely reveal his flaws. He had checked on Feng Ping once in the king's battleground. Even if Feng Ping disguised himself, as long as he was inspected by his mentality, it would be difficult to hide from him. Even if he did not inspect his internal organs or other places, he could break through his mentality defense and identify him. The Feng King was not in a hurry to speak. He asked, after extermination and the others left, Did anything happen? Nothing. Nothing? The Feng King pondered for a moment. Suddenly, he looked in the direction of the imperial palace and asked faintly, What did Li Zhu say? Li Zhu, Tianyu thought for a moment before saying, Li Zhu had no choice. You also know that ever since he returned injured that year, Li Zhu no longer cares about the royal court's matters. Is that so? The Feng King laughed faintly. Tianyu, we rarely return to the imperial city. You've always been here. There are some things that you know better than us. You've guarded the royal court for 1,000 years. You should know this. In this world, only the true king exists forever. The Lord, the royal court, it's all just a game. In this 1,000 years, the royal court has changed 6 lords. 1 died in the Forbidden Sea, 2 died in the royal court's expedition, 1 died in the Bounded Zone, and 1 was executed by the true king's hall. When it came to Li Zhu's generation, when he entered God Path, he wanted to interfere with the true king's hall and bring about his own destruction. The Feng King smiled faintly. If not for the Netherworld King destroying his origin, I'm afraid he would already be dead. This person has great ambition. He wanted to use the royal court to control the true king. What a joke! The Huai King also sneered. Li Zhu was too ambitious. He should have died long ago. He actually wanted to recreate the era of the 2 kings, and even the era of the Demon Emperor. He wanted to unify God Continent and change Emperor Li. What wishful thinking! According to this king, he should have been killed long ago. I don't know what King Qian was thinking. He actually supported him to become the Lord. King Qian, the Feng King, smiled. King Qian is confident that Li Zhu won't be able to escape his control. He's just setting up a trap to create some trouble for us. Speaking of King Qian, the Feng King wasn't in a hurry to talk about other things. He looked at the old man that Tianyu had transformed into and smiled. Tianyu, has King Qian appeared recently? The war is approaching, but King Qian hasn't shown himself. Could it be that he will only appear when the war arrives? Tianyu said slowly, King Qian and Heaven Suppression King have been in a stalemate for decades. I heard that he appeared at Imperial Sea Mountain a few days ago. Feng Ji, you should know better than me. Before the Feng King could speak, the Huai King said coldly, When I fought with King Wu, he did speak. However, he was very secretive. I don't know where he is. All these years, he hasn't returned to the true King Hall. This king suspects that he isn't even in God continent. Tianyu smiled. What do you mean? He has been searching for traces of the two kings, and even the demon emperor. Did he discover something? Or has he already infiltrated the king battlefield? The Foam King pondered. The chaos origin Tao of the king battlefield is extremely strong. The deeper one goes, the stronger it gets. King Qian shouldn't be able to infiltrate, right? That's hard to say. The Huai King smiled. King Qian is also one of the oldest true king experts. In terms of time, he has been a king longer than Fate King. Fate King has only been the Hall Master of Heaven Fate Royal Court's True King Hall for 300 years. King Qian has been the Hall Master for 800 years. You and I don't know exactly when he became a king. I've always suspected that King Qian participated in the king battlefield battle. The moment this was said, Tian Yu's expression changed slightly. That shouldn't be the case. If King Qian participated in the king battlefield battle, it means that he has been a king for thousands of years. From what I know, King Qian only became a true king after the demon emperor invaded God continent. Hearing its words, King Huai smiled and said, perhaps. However, King Qian is indeed too low-key. All these years, I've only seen him a few times. I don't know what he's thinking. Feng Ji, are you confident you can defeat him? The Foam King chuckled. How can it be so simple? King Qian has been on the second path for a long time. He has fought with Zhang Wang a few times and has never lost. Although he hasn't used his full strength, his strength is still extremely strong. Defeating him will be difficult. The Foam King then said, let's not talk about him. When Miesheng left, did Li Zhu react? Tian Yu said lightly, I asked Gu Luo to stop him once. Feng Miesheng didn't listen, so Gu Luo didn't stop him again. I asked Gu Luo to stop him. The Foam King seemed to be thinking about something. After a while, he stood up. Huaying, Tian Yu, since Fong Ping might have come to Sky Plant City, let's continue searching. Fong Ping might be the reincarnation of the Demon Emperor. If he really came to God Continent, we must make him stay. As the Foam King said that, he looked in the direction of the palace again. Fong Ping. Although Li Zhu was crippled, he was not an idiot. If Fong Ping really came to God Continent, he could hide it from others. But could he hide it from Li Zhu? The Imperial City might be big, but Li Zhu was not really an idiot. If he was, there would not be any true king supporting him all these years. The Foam King vaguely sensed that something was not right. After thinking for a while, he walked out of the main hall and reached the sky in an instant. He released his mentality abruptly. The Huai King also flew into the sky and began to investigate from the other side. Tian Yu did not interfere. Instead, he stood tall in the sky and watched from the side. The Foam King probed while thinking about something. In the next moment, his mentality suddenly entered Li Zhu's residence. When he saw that Li Zhu was in closed-door cultivation, the Foam King frowned slightly. After thinking for a while, his mentality entered the Right Marshal's residence. Right Marshal's residence. The Right Divine General looked calm. He said slowly, Sir Foam King, don't tell me you think that Fong Ping will sneak into Gu's residence? You stopped extermination before? Yes. Previously, when His Highness Fong and the others wanted to leave, I was worried that Fong Ping would be among them and tried to stop them once. However, His Highness insisted on going his own way. With Hall Master Lu escorting him along the way, I didn't stop him again. Who asked you to stop him? Li Zhu. That's right. The king is also worried that Fong Ping will be among them. He wants to wait for Sir Foam King to return before making a decision. In the sky, the Foam King probed for a while. He was a little distracted. At this moment, the Foam King's mentality suddenly spread toward the Imperial Palace. At the same time, Tian Yu released his mentality and blocked the mentality. He said slowly, Feng Ji, I will investigate the Imperial Court. There's no need to trouble yourself. Tian Yu, I just have a few questions to ask Li Zhu. Tian Yu pondered for a moment and said, the Imperial Court is the orthodoxy after all. The true King Hall is only one of the 9 halls. King Qian and the other kings haven't made a decision yet. Feng Ji, don't act recklessly. The Feng King smiled faintly. If I really wanted to do anything to him, he wouldn't have lived until now. Tianyu said no more and spread his mentality. In the next moment, the Feng King's mentality entered the imperial court. In the imperial court, Li Zhu was currently watering a crystal-like little tree. The little tree was full of vitality and was filled with the aura of life. The Feng King's mentality flashed past. He did not send a voice transmission, but condensed into a phantom and suddenly appeared in front of Li Zhu. He said with a faint smile, "King Lord, it's been a long time." Li Zhu turned his head to take a look and continued to water the little tree in front of him. He said with a smile, "Is something the matter, Feng King?" The Feng King was not in a hurry to speak. Taking a look at the little tree, he said with a light smile, "Although the tree of life is good, it can only delay the rapid outbreak of your origin injuries. It treats the symptoms but not the root cause." Li Zhu is aware. But people only have one life. Nobody wants to die in such a useless way. Rumor has it that the tree of life bears a fruit of life that can let people live another life. Maybe there's really hope? The Feng King laughed faintly and said playfully, "Live another life? The tree of life bears a fruit of life. That's just a rumor. Legend has it that back then, the demon emperor once planted a tree of life and bore a fruit of life. But that was a great feat that was only completed with the sacrifice of myriad Daos and absorbing the source of myriad Daos. Li Zhu, perhaps you can try to slaughter tens of thousands of God Path martial artists and see if you can bear a fruit of life." Li Zhu laughed and sighed. After all, there's still hope. It's better than waiting for death. If not, Li Zhu would have died a long time ago. Why does Lord Feng King want to crush Li Zhu's last hope? The Feng King laughed again and said faintly, "I just don't think there's a need to waste the spring of life. You've already used up quite a lot of the spring of life on the tree of life." Li Zhu laughed. "This is also the only benefit of being a lord, isn't it?" The Feng King did not continue this topic. The phantom strolled past Li Zhu and walked to the front of the huge window. At this moment, the imperial city could be seen. The Feng King looked for a while and said, "Your people didn't go to the king battlefield? Extermination is young and full of vigor. I didn't let them go in case there's a conflict. Do you think Feng Ping came to Godland?" Li Zhu pondered for a moment and said slowly, "If there's no second person with this kind of ability, if this is not controlled by Lord Feng King, then Feng Ping must have come. I don't want to do this." The Feng King said calmly, "I don't need to do this to deal with you. So, you're not doing this in the dark?" Li Zhu laughed and sighed. "In the end, strength is everything. If you really have the energy, you should find a way to recover your strength. It's been so many years. I've seen through everything." The Feng King was silent for a moment and said, "Feng Ping really came?" "Should be." "When extermination left, did Feng Ping sneak into the crowd?" "Most likely." The Feng King looked at him for a while and suddenly laughed. "How brave! If that's the case, you knew that Feng Ping might have snuck into the crowd, but you didn't care and let him go?" Li Zhu laughed. "Feng King, Li Zhu wants to live. If it were you, what would you do? Stop him or not?" If he stopped, extermination would not listen. He thought that Li Zhu was determined to let Feng Ping go. If he didn't stop him and Feng Ping left, there would be less trouble in the imperial city. Moreover, no one was willing to listen to Li Zhu. Gu Luo went to stop him, but no one cared. What else could he do? The Feng King's apparition looked at him deeply. After a while, he said slowly, "If anything happens to extermination, I will settle it with you." "Lord Feng King, you must be joking." Li Zhu said slowly, "I've done everything I could. Moreover, whether it was Feng Ping or not is just a guess. There's no proof. Extermination also has Lu Wushan and a few powerhouses to protect him. Why must you vent your anger on me, Feng King?" The Feng King said nothing. Li Zhu laughed again. "Lord Feng King, you should go to the battlefield to take a look in case something happens." The Feng King said calmly, "If I go now, I'm afraid I'll enter the battlefield. Moreover, I'm also thinking, is it Feng Ping's doing, or is it someone else? Extermination has my avatar to protect him. Even if Fong Ping really appears, he might not be able to do anything. Li Zhu smiled and didn't say anything. Maybe. The Fong King saw this and said nothing more. In the next moment, the apparition disappeared. After the Fong King left, Tian Yu's avatar appeared and said, "Will Fong extermination die?" "I don't know." "What about Hua Yu and the rest?" "I don't know." "What about Ji Yao?" "I don't know either." Li Zhu laughed. "Lord Tian Yu, Li Zhu isn't a god. How can I control everything? I can only say that everything is up to the heavens. I only care about the imperial court's matters, and I can't do anything else." Tian Yu sighed and said after a long time, "If Fong extermination, Hua Yu, and the rest die, the Fong King and the rest will probably vent their anger on you. Then I hope that you can protect them." Li Zhu laughed. "They didn't die in my hands, so what can I do?" Tian Yu went silent for a moment before saying, "I'm thinking, can you really unify God continent? I don't know. I've cultivated for thousands of years. Maybe I made the wrong bet this time." Tian Yu murmured, and his figure disappeared. Li Zhu waited for it to leave before laughing and shaking his head. Since he had made the bet, there was no need to hesitate. How could he continue walking the true king path if he hesitated? "You're old," Li Zhu murmured. He didn't say anything else and continued watering the tree of life. The king battlefield. Fong Ping didn't know that Li Zhu didn't release any information in secret. He just told the Fong King that he might have blended into the crowd. Right now, Fong Ping couldn't care less. The moment he entered the king battlefield, Fong Ping heaved a sigh of relief. This was a good place. Here, there was no true king watching him. There were no Origins powerhouses following him. In front of him, a large group of rank 7 martial artists gathered. When they saw Fong Ping enter, they shouted in unison, "Greetings, Your Highness." Fong Ping swept his gaze around and asked darkly, "Where are they?" "Reporting to Your Highness." Qin Fengqing and the rest appeared 800 arcs to the south. "What about now?" "Now, a bunch of trash." Fong Ping cursed and shouted, "Trash! How many of you are carrying divine weapons? Step forward." Everyone looked at each other. Soon, including the people Fong Ping brought, there were about 100 martial artists. More than 50 of them stepped forward. Seeing this, Fong Ping shouted, "All of you, follow me." The rest of you split into 2 teams. Each team will go in one direction and search along the boundary wall. I will bring people and march straight in, forcing them to the end of the boundary. When that time comes, we will surround and kill them together. Having said that, Fong Ping looked at Ji Yao and the rest who had entered behind him and said, "Ji Yao, what arrangements do you have for your peoples?" Ji Yao looked at the people from Destiny Royal Court. Before she could speak, Fong Ping said again, "Why don't you and I go together? Let the peak commander level martial artists and the martial artists with divine weapons stay behind to protect us. The rest of us will go in both directions and search together." Ji Yao pondered for a moment and said, "All right. However, Fong Yeshing, you don't have the right to order me around." This time, if it wasn't for Fong Ping smiled and said, "Of course. If that's the case, then do it quickly to avoid wasting time." They did not delay any further. Fong Ping left about 20 people to guard the entrance. There were about 160 people from the 2 royal courts. There were 2 teams on the left and right. Each team had about 30 people. As for Fong Ping and Ji Yao, they led the mighty group of more than 80 people in a straight line, heading straight for the end of the battlefield. After walking for a while, Fong Ping suddenly scolded, "A bunch of idiots? Take out your divine weapons and hold them in your hands. As martial artists, don't you understand this? Once the battle starts and the divine weapons appear, the delay is enough for all of you to die." Everyone was speechless. Divine weapons appeared in their hands, but they were cursing in their hearts. Feng Yeshing had gone crazy again. It only took an instant for divine weapons to appear from the Sanjiao Gate. Yet, there were so many problems. Fong Ping did not care what they thought. A rank 9 divine weapon long halberd appeared in his hands. Many people were envious. Beside him, Ji Yao gave him a look and sneered without saying a word. Fong Ping humphed. You don't have to. I don't expect you to participate in the battle either. Just don't get captured. Ji Yao glanced at him coldly. Feng Mieshing had been going overboard recently. Although Feng Mieshing was savage before, he was not as arrogant as he was now. Fong Ping did not look at her. Right now, Fong Ping was thinking about how to get rid of this group of people. There were too many of them. There were 80 of them. If his identity was really exposed, even though his golden body was powerful, he would not be able to withstand so many people joining forces. I'll have to create some accidents along the way and continue to disperse these people. I'll have to defeat them one by one. Fong Ping thought to himself. His mentality had already probed outwards. He was ready to look for a monster's nest and start a war with them. There were many chaotic monsters in the king's battlefield. When the war started, he could fish in troubled waters. Chapter 763. Just as Fong Ping and the others entered. Rank 7 territory. Thousands of li away from Fong Ping and the others. Qin Fengqing asked while eating monster meat roasted with energy stones. It's so quiet. They're all gone. Is something going to happen? Wang Jinyang looked around and said softly, I'm afraid a decision-maker has entered. Who? How would I know? Qin Fengqing said unhappily. Did Fong Ping enter or not? What's the rush? How can I not be? Qin Fengqing was a little mad, saying in grief and indignation, I've been in for 10 days. I was hunted for 10 days. I've lost a lot of money, not to mention money. I only have that little bit of wealth, and it's all gone. I was counting on this time to turn things around. Now how can I live like this? Last time Fong Ping and the others made a huge profit in the Land of Kings. He was so jealous he went crazy. A few rank 6 martial artists made hundreds of billions, even trillions, in one trip to the Land of Kings. Divine weapons were calculated by hundreds. He thought that since he was a rank 7, he should be able to make some money. He did not need much, even 100 billion would do. Now there was nothing left. The small amount of energy stones they had brought in had all been used up. Was it easy for him to get some energy stones from Fong Ping? Wang Jinyang ate on his own, ignoring him. Although it did not matter if they ate or not at their level, it was rare for them to relax, so they took the opportunity to rest. He ignored him. Li Hansong ate wildly while replying, We're not here to make money. Nonsense. I'm here to make money. Qin Fengqing retorted. Nonsense. Why would I come in if not to make money? I cultivated to rank 7, but I'm still a pauper. It's so hopeless. Now I have to freeload mines every time I cultivate. Am I shameless? I want my own mine too. His original intention was to come in and make a fortune. Li Hansong sighed. Don't be silly. How much money can you make if you make it yourself? Look at us. Who isn't richer than you? Call me master. I'll think about it and teach you how to make a fortune. Qin Fengqing's face darkened. He snorted. Cut it out. It's up to you whether you believe it or not. Call me master. This time I guarantee you'll make more than 100 billion. Really? Li Hansong grinned. Why would I lie to you? Qin Fengqing didn't think about it and quickly said, Master. Wang Jinyang lowered his head. He couldn't look. Yao Qingjun looked at him disdainfully. Have some shame. Rank 7. Grandmaster. This fellow, in the future, whoever called him Grandmaster, he would have to take away his title of Grandmaster and be ashamed to be associated with Qin Fengqing. Li Hansong grinned for a while, and Qin Fengqing hurriedly said, Tell me, how do we earn money? Li Hansong said calmly, What's the rush? I can't rely on you to earn money. I have to rely on Fong Ping. Now that everyone had disappeared, it was very likely that they had gathered together. Someone from the outside world had probably arrived. If Fong Ping wanted to come, he could only be in this group. However, there were too many people, so he might not have the chance to make a move. Let's not hide anymore. Let's show ourselves and split up. We'll split into 4 groups and lure them away to create an opportunity for Fong Ping. Doing this could be considered as a form of cooperation. This fellow Fong Ping's trip to the restricted area this time would not be a problem for him to scoop up at least 1 trillion resources. Let's work together. According to his personality, 10% would be enough for us to eat. Qin Fengqing's expression changed. He said dryly, "We are going to be the bait now? The other party has gathered together. If Fong Ping doesn't come, do it or not. If you don't, then forget it. If you don't, find a place to hide." Qin Fengqing pinched his chin and thought for 3 seconds. He gritted his teeth and said, "Do it. I'll bet that he's in the crowd. Anyway, you bastards have forced me into a dead end. It doesn't matter if I bet or not. If that bastard Fong Ping doesn't sneak in this time, we're doomed. Come, let's go lure him. Don't rush." Li Hansong chuckled. Wang Jinyang laughed too. "What's the rush? How can we do it?" "Old Yao, your mentality is strong. Go and check where they are. Ironhead, go and see if there are any gathering places for monsters nearby. Do some statistics. When Old Yao has news later, lure all the monsters out. We can't do less. At least 10 or so rank 7 monsters will be enough. Since we're going to be the bait, we can't make such a ruckus. If we make a bigger ruckus, we'll make a bigger ruckus and make them panic." Qin Fengqing rubbed his chin and said, "Why don't we do it bigger, Ironhead? Don't you have the ultimate origin chi? Take the origin chi and rush into the crowd. I guarantee that they'll scatter. Those people are afraid of death too. If they gather together, they'll be targets. If one dies, a lot of them will die. If we break through them and lure the monsters to surround and kill them, it'll be a complete mess." Li Hansong nodded. "Makes sense. Then I'll give this to you. You go." "I'm not going." Qin Fengqing rolled his eyes. "You have the divine armor. What are you afraid of? They won't kill you in a short time." "I don't. If I rush over, they'll attack me together. They'll kill me in one move. Then take the origin chi and perish together with them. I don't want to die." The few of them joked for a while. Without further ado, they packed up and went on their separate ways. Somewhere else. Fong Ping did not mention the matter of splitting up. If he did, it would arouse suspicion. Fong Ping continued to lead the large team forward to investigate. Since he had nothing to do, Fong Ping suddenly asked, "Ji Yao, do you think Bai Shangyue and the others will cross the border to the territory of supremacy?" Ji Yao frowned. "How would I know?" "They will." Fong Ping smiled. "They definitely will, since they've come to the place where the kings fight. Are they here to sightsee?" "No. They have their own motives. The territory of supremacy is the center where the wind and clouds gather. That's why they'll come." Ji Yao thought about it and agreed. It would be strange if they really stayed in the venerable territory. However, Ji Yao glanced at Fong Ping and said, "You're not as stupid as I thought." "Stupid?" Fong Ping chuckled. "Enjoy these words yourself." Without waiting for her to get angry, Fong Ping said mildly, "You think I'm stupid? Is it because of the incident at the territory of supremacy that you think I'm useless because my entire army was wiped out and I was forced to flee by Fong Ping? Isn't that the case?" Ji Yao sneered. Fong Ping smiled. "Yes, but you don't have to laugh at me. You're really miserable, but I am different." Ji Yao looked at him without saying a word. Fong Ping set up a barrier and said playfully, "Do you really think I'm stupid? That means you're the real idiot. Think about it. What did I lose when the battle at the territory of supremacy ended? Nothing. Other than carrying the title of useless. I had nothing. On the contrary, I won. Feng Qing is dead. The Feng family can only push me to be the crown prince. The only crown prince. I can use the resources and mobilize the forces. If Feng Qing was still alive, would I be as carefree and unrestrained as I am now? The Feng family has 2 crown princes. Feng Qing has a higher chance than me. Would I have a chance? At that time, not only would I have to be careful of outsiders plotting against me, but I would also have to be careful of Feng Qing plotting against me. Ji Yao, do you understand?" Ji Yao's expression kept changing. She said coldly, "You're saying Fong Ping wasn't wrong that day?" "That's right. Everything was part of my plan." Fong Ping chuckled. "I purposely let them die, let Feng Qing die, let me be in a sorry state, carry the title of trash, let people lower their guard against me, think that I'm only relying on Ancestor One. I like this feeling like everything is under my control." Ji Yao took a deep breath and said in a low voice, "What are you trying to say by telling me all this now? Helping you is also helping me." Fong Ping's gaze was deep. He said as if he was talking in his sleep, by Shan Yue, Huayu Purple Moon, these people will all enter the territory of supremacy. Ji Yao, do you think you'll definitely become a lord? Do you think you'll succeed just because the Ji family wants you to be a lord? What a joke! The Ji family has a true king-level lord. Will others still give the Ji family a chance? The other true kings in Destiny Royal Court will really want the Ji family to have a third true king? As expected, Bai Shan Yue and the others will become your biggest obstacle. Not only will King Bai Shan support him, but soon there will also be a group of true kings supporting him. Fong Ping sneered. It's funny that you don't understand anything. You can't see through anything. The Ji family is so powerful. Who will agree? 3 true kings. You didn't even think about what happened to Li Zhu in the past. The fake king is in charge of the true king hall, and your father is in charge of the royal court. Now that your father has entered the true king level, you still want you to continue? That's ridiculous. No matter how strong the fake king is, can he suppress the heavens? You only know how to rely on your family and your father. You've never thought of relying on yourself. A person like you, even if you become a lord, will die sooner or later. Even the fake kings can't protect you. Ji Yao did not say anything. After a moment of silence, she said coldly, "Continue." Fong Ping laughed. "You're too naive. Today, I'll teach you that you can only rely on yourself in God's land. If you're not ruthless, how can you survive? Only by eliminating your opponents, framing others, and being the mastermind behind the scenes can you have the last laugh. I know that some people will say that Fong Ping might be hiding among us. Actually, what I want is for everyone to think this way. Ji Yao, let's work together. Let's work together. I'll help you eliminate Bai Shan Yue, and you help me eliminate Huayu and the others. After that, we'll frame Fong Ping. We'll continue to be useless and suffer failure again." Ji Yao looked at him coldly. "You want to kill them?" Fong Ping snorted. "You're an idiot for asking this. Ji Yao, you disappoint me. Do you think you're fit to rule Destiny Royal Court? If you really become the ruler of the Destiny Royal Court, they'll regret it. As for you, even if you become a lord, you'll be a puppet for the rest of your life. You have no right at all. Forcing you to take over will only harm you. Forget it. Pretend I didn't say anything about what happened today. No one will believe you even if you tell them. Instead, Bai Shan Yue and the others will be more afraid of you and more wary of you." Ji Yao did not say anything. Suddenly, Phoenix Sparrow chirped. Fong Ping sensed it with his mentality and laughed. "Look, even a monster is more decisive and intelligent than you." Clang, clang, Phoenix Sparrow was unhappy. "Are you looking down on monsters?" Fong Ping laughed. "Phoenix Sparrow, you might as well follow me instead of Ji Yao. What can Ji Yao give you? Can she make you the guardian monster of the royal court? She doesn't have that ability. Besides, Destiny Royal Court is protected by the Black Dragon. If you follow her, you'll be her mount for the rest of your life. You understand that you should be ruthless, but Ji Yao doesn't. In God's land, how can someone who is irresolute and irresponsible be worthy of being a powerhouse?" Haha, what a joke. Phoenix Sparrow did not seem angry this time. She chirped a few times and suddenly felt that Feng Yesheng was quite good. Ji Yao seemed a little irresolute. Ji Yao saw that Feng Yesheng and Phoenix Sparrow were chatting excitedly. She said coldly, "Feng Yesheng, we can't kill them. We need help. There's a risk of information being leaked." Fong Ping was disappointed again. "You still don't understand." Fong Ping sighed. "Fong Ping, remember everything was done by Fong Ping. Kill them together. After that, you and I will release the true king's clone and kill everyone else." Fong Ping said coldly, "Remember, other than you and me, kill everyone who knows about this. Who do you think we are? If we live and everyone else dies, who can prove that we did it?" "But Fong Ping isn't here." Fong Ping sighed again. "Fong Ping is full of tricks. Who knows where he is? The Imperial City has surrounded Fong Ping, and we still can't find him. We can totally deny that Fong Ping has escaped again. If we can't find him, It's because the other powerhouses are useless. In other people's eyes, we are trash. So, what if we have to bear the title of trash again? So many chieftains. Ji Yao's eyes showed her struggle. Feng Miesheng was ruthless. He wanted to cut the weeds and eliminate the roots, to kill everyone here. Ji Yao suddenly looked at him and said, "How would this consort know if you would attack me or not?" Feng Ping sighed helplessly. "I need you to help me. Do you understand? I need someone who has nothing to do with me to help me. And you are the most suitable. You and I only need a fake marriage and a reputation. This is the biggest help to me. And you can also get help from Prince Feng Mansion. Wang Zhu. Actually, he has already taken 2 paths." Feng Ping said in a low voice. "This is Prince Feng Mansion's biggest secret, and also my sincerity. Wang Zhu has already taken 2 paths, but he has been holding it in. Also, let me give you another piece of news. Li Zhu is not as simple as you think. Do you think he only knows how to scheme? He easily schemed and killed Mystic Jade, true monarch. You people from Destiny Royal Court are incomparably stupid. I always thought that you were very strong. In reality, if it wasn't for the resurrected martial artist restraining us, the Royal Court would have destroyed you long ago. Li Zhu. Actually, he has also taken 2 paths." "Impossible." Ji Yao lost her voice in shock. How could it be? Skyplant's Royal Court had 3 powerhouses who had taken 2 paths? Impossible. Feng Ping said coldly, "You think it's impossible? Why do you think Wang Zhu hid the fact that he has taken 2 paths? Who do you think Prince Feng Mansion's biggest enemy is? It's Li Zhu. If it wasn't for Li Zhu, do you think that Destiny Royal Court can really overpower Skyplant's Royal Court? We have internal problems. That's why you people think that Destiny Royal Court is invincible. What a joke." Ji Yao was so shocked that she could not extricate herself. Li Zhu had taken 2 paths. So had Prince Feng. Skyplant's Royal Court actually had 3 powerhouses who had taken 2 paths. No way. Impossible. Ji Yao looked at Feng Ping abruptly and said in disbelief, "You're lying to me, aren't you?" Feng Ping sneered and said regretfully, "You're really too stupid. Lie to you? Is there a need for that? Do you know why I told you all this? I told you, every man for himself. I don't care about others. I only want to win. I want to become the Lord, to become a true king. The Great War is coming, not only with the land of rebirth, but also with the war to unify divine land." As soon as he said that, Ji Yao's expression changed again. She hurriedly said, "What war to unify?" Feng Ping growled, "Don't ask these stupid questions. Do you think that we're planning all this just for the land of rebirth? What a joke." Feng Ping said coldly, "This war is not only about the land of rebirth, but also the war to unify the entire divine land. Other than that, why do you think these people continue to endure when they step onto the second path? Because they're all waiting. The second king is about to be resurrected." Ji Yao was stunned once again. Feng Ping, however, was secretly satisfied. "Did I scare you with what I said? He was just spouting nonsense. It was so mixed that you couldn't tell the truth from the lies. Some things he was spouting nonsense. Some things he was telling the truth. For example, the Lord was very strong. This was true. For example, the second king was about to be resurrected. It was not true now, but it might become true in the future. Old Zhang had this plan. Life King and the rest might not be unaware of it. When Ji Yao told Life King and the rest, perhaps Life King and the rest would help him prove that it was true. That's why, at this time, everyone is conserving their strength and improving their strength. Only the Sky Fate Royal Court is stupid enough to participate in the Battle of Rebirth. Of course, maybe Life King and the rest have their own plans." Feng Ping laughed. "Ji Yao, I've said so much. Can you understand what I'm saying? The Great War is coming. The powerhouses have their own plans. When that time comes, everyone below the true king will be pawns. I'm not willing to be a pawn. I'm not willing to be abandoned. That's why I want to be a chess player. That's why I want to become a lord. I want to become a true king as soon as possible. As for you, don't think that you have a good chance. Time waits for no man. Can you really wait until that day comes? Wake up. In this world, only you and I can work together to help each other go further. As he said that, Fong Ping laughed. Of course, there's also the phoenix sparrow. The phoenix sparrow. Your ancestor is the phoenix king who guards the royal court, but you're not. The phoenix sparrow guards the royal court, but you have a master too. Ji Yao and I will become the lord, then we'll help you. We'll unify the three royal courts and work together. This is the best choice. Our identities and positions are the same. Our needs are the same too. Ji Yao bit her lip and said, "What do you want to do?" "Wait first. When those people come to rule the region, you and I will work together. We'll say that Fong Ping is among them and that he's one of them. We'll work together to kill him. Don't worry about the news leaking. In the end, we'll kill everyone and the news won't leak." Ji Yao, can you control your subordinates? Ji Yao said, "I can." Fong Ping muttered, "On my side, there are some people that need to be eliminated. Later, we'll find a chance to kill all of Hua Yu's subordinates. Just say that they died in the hands of Wang Jinyang and the others. If we work together, we can suppress all opposition." Ji Yao was silent. After a moment of silence, she said in a slightly gloomy tone, "Did the Maple King and Lordly really step onto the second path? What's the point of lying to you?" Fong Ping laughed. "Actually, you just didn't think about it. If you really have doubts, you'll understand after a little testing. That day in Myriad Dao Palace, I purposely made people think that the Lord was Fong Ping and had them check him. At that moment, didn't you realize that the Lord was actually afraid? He wanted to hide himself. He didn't dare to let anyone check him. At that moment, the phoenix sparrow's vitality exploded. Do you think it was just a coincidence? No. The Lord was purposely diverting attention. That's why I even suspect that the Lord had the same idea as me, to frame Fong Ping and let the resurrected martial artist bear all the blame for us. This is what we need to see." Ji Yao recalled the situation that day and said slowly, "Actually, we also suspected at that time. But I just thought that maybe the Lordly was worried that the Maple King would plot against him, or that he had recovered his original strength, so he didn't do anything. I didn't expect that he would step onto two paths." As she said that, Ji Yao asked, "How did you know?" Fong Ping laughed. "Do you think that I only rely on the Lord King's support? You're wrong. The Heavenly Plant's royal court is more complicated than you think. Of course, I still have people supporting me. King Qian?" Fong Ping laughed, but said nothing. "I won't say, because I'm talking nonsense. But this woman is so gullible. I was still thinking about how to kill all of them. Now maybe I have a way." He and Ji Yao were both bigwigs. First, get rid of Hua Yu's subordinates. When Hua Yu and the others came in, he and Ji Yao would work together to frame these rank 8 martial artists and make them kill each other. Then, he would come out and clean up the mess. How simple was that? The people he brought from the royal court were all from the Maple King's faction. These people could still be relied on for now. In the end, I'll be killed by Ji Yao, leave some alive, and let the matter be exposed. I wonder if the 2 royal courts will be in chaos. Purposely raise the strength of the Maple King and Li Zhu. When Ji Yao gets out alive and tells the Fate King, will the Destiny Royal Court still dare to cooperate with the Heavenly Plant's Royal Court? It's true that Li Zhu has strength. Moreover, he should be a true king-level powerhouse. Only I know this now. If the Destiny Royal Court confirmed that Li Zhu has strength, then they will definitely be suspicious and worried. SK, the inside of the fortress will be breached. And all this needed an important person to convey all this. Ji Yao. Fong Ping looked at Ji Yao again. "Good person. Forget it, I won't kill you. I'll just rob you." There was also the monster Phoenix Sparrow. She was a little ambitious. Perhaps he could use her to mess up the royal court's defense. I'm too much of a genius. No, I'm half a genius. Ji Yao and Phoenix Sparrow are also half stupid. Fong Ping praised himself for a while in his heart. He felt a little regretful. It was a pity that he was not the real Feng Yexing. Otherwise, if he was Feng Yexing, then he would have really made a fortune. Perhaps he could really join forces with Ji Yao and become the Lord, become a true king, and even pull the Ji family into his side. Feng Yexing is an idiot. He has status, but no intelligence. He's not like me, Fong Ping. I'm talented and intelligent. He deserves to be killed. At this moment, Ji Yao suddenly said, "What if they enter the territory together? What do we do?" There were dozens of venerable martial artists. Fong Ping sighed. "Surround and kill one of them first. You and I have reached an agreement. Killing is easy. For example, Hua Yu. I said he's Fong Ping, and you said so too. Purple Moon and the others can't wait to kill him. It's just right. We can give them an excuse. Everyone has a tacit understanding that we can definitely kill him. There are many ways. This is the simplest. Or we can split them up. We have our own people in the territory, and they will probably come together. These people won't expect us to really dare to kill them here. Bai Shanhua has a true king's clone. I know. But how many people can a true king's clone kill? Just stay away from them and let the martial artists under us do it. If they don't die now, they will die sooner or later. It's better to recycle them," Fong Ping said with a smile. "This time, you and I brought the most people. The others didn't bring many people. We'll get rid of their commanders and subordinates first. It won't be too difficult to kill them. Ji Yao, you're not afraid, are you?" "Why would I be afraid?" Ji Yao snorted coldly, her face full of disdain. She was trembling in her heart. Feng Yexing was so vicious. There were so many high-ranked martial artists, hundreds of them. They were the royal court's elites. The venerables were the royal court's high-end combat strength. Yet he killed them just like that, without hesitation. But Ji Yao struggled a little, but Feng Yexing was right. If she wanted to become the Lord, King Bai Shanhua's faction was also her opponent. Previously, Tian Yu had purposely given the 100 Mountains holy fruit to provoke them. The people from Sky Plant's royal court are too scary. Lord Li, King Feng, and even Feng Yexing, who I look down on, has been plotting against us. That time, he was the one who deliberately killed Feng Qing and the others. And Li Yi. I heard that Li Yi has also been pretending and putting on an act. Ji Yao suddenly felt extremely insecure. She wanted to return to Destiny Royal Court. Without the royal ancestor and her father by her side, she felt unsafe everywhere. She felt that those who were stupid were all acting. What they saw might not be true. At this moment, she recalled what Ji Nin had said earlier. "Because I'm not strong enough. If I were a true king, they wouldn't have plotted against me so easily." Ji Yao murmured in her heart. "Yes, because I'm not strong enough, and I'm not as ruthless as them, so I have to be more ruthless." Chapter 764. Fong Ping and Ji Yao chatted for a while. Suddenly he shouted, "Men!" Soon, a few martial artists arrived. Fong Ping glanced at them. They were all brought from Prince Feng's mansion. Fong Ping said in a low voice, "I've thought of an important problem. If Fong Ping finds out that we've surrounded and killed his friends, there's a high chance that he'll take the opportunity to sneak into the battlefield. The few of you, go to the entrance immediately. No one is allowed to enter or leave. It was better to kill the wrong person than to let them go. Whether they were leaving or coming in, he would kill them all. Remember, the people who should have entered the territory have already entered, and those who should have left have already left. Right now, no matter who enters or leaves, they are not our people. Fong Ping is very good at disguising himself. No matter who it is, unless Ji Yao and I show up at the same time, he will kill them immediately." "Your Highness," the commanders hesitated. "Kill them all?" "If someone from the royal court came in from the outside," Fong Ping said coldly. "What? This commander's orders are no longer effective?" "I wouldn't dare." A peak rank 7 martial artist beside him said hurriedly, "Your Highness, if the royal court sends an intelligence," Fong Ping barked, "Idiot! Now that we have hundreds of people here at the king's battlefield, what other information does the royal court have to send over? Anyone from the palace who came in now could very well be Fong Ping in disguise. Remember my words, kill them all on the spot. Even if I kill the wrong person, I will bear the consequences. It's not up to you to question me." "Yes, sir." The few of them answered immediately. Fong Ping shouted, "Go quickly. Tell the others at the entrance that if Fong Ping sneaks into your group, it doesn't matter if you die, but if anything happens to me, your entire family will die." "Yes, sir." Fong Ping looked at Ji Yao and said, Ji Yao, send 2 people from your side too. Remember what I said. No matter who it is, kill them all? Someone dared to show mercy and let the enemy escape. Fong Ping let out a cold humph. Ji Yao did not say anything else. She barked, Go watch the entrance. Remember, no one is allowed to enter or leave. Yes, sir. A few people from the Destiny Royal Court responded as well. Now that Feng Yexing and Ji Yao had reached an agreement, there was no room for doubt in the Rank 7 region. Not even the descendants of other true kings. Soon, the 5 of them left the line and headed for the entrance. Ji Yao waited for them to leave before glancing at Fong Ping. Fong Ping said telepathically, to prevent anyone from running away and reporting the news, that would be very troublesome. Ji Yao snorted. I don't need you to teach me. Fong Ping cursed under his breath. What are you humming for? You're an idiot. I'm afraid that someone outside will find out and come in to report. They had to guard against this. However, most of the people from the Rank 7 region had been brought in by them. There were very few people who could enter now, so it was hard to say if there were any. Those who came in to report the news could only wait for death. There were still dozens of people at the entrance. Fong Ping looked around for a while, continuing to transmit his voice. Can everyone on your side be trusted? Ji Yao looked around and quickly said, A few of them are under by Shan Yue's command. Let's find an opportunity to split up and get rid of these people. Ji Yao, don't tell me you can't even do this? Ji Yao frowned and said, Just let our people surround and kill them. Fong Ping growled, Idiot, who knows if they have planted spies around us? We have to hide first to prevent the news from leaking when we surround and kill by Shan Yue and the others. When we really attack, even if they are spies, they won't be able to turn the situation around. Ji Yao, you're disappointing me more and more. Ji Yao gritted her teeth hatefully, but she did not speak anymore. She had to learn something from her memory. These treacherous people were indeed more scheming than she was. Now that they were exposed, if there were spies that were not eliminated, it would be very troublesome when the time came. Ji Yao did not speak. Fong Ping said again, Can Tiger Peak be trusted? Do we need to kill him? On Destiny Royal Court side, a total of 4 descendants of the true king had come this time. Ji Yao, Xianzhen by Shan Yue, Tiger King's descendant, Tiger Peak. Tiger Peak was also a peak rank 7. This time, he was moving together with Ji Yao. Ji Yao glanced at Tiger Peak, who was not far away. Her voice transmission sounded a little complicated. Tiger Peak is Grandpa Tiger King's descendant. Grandpa Tiger King treats me very well. After hesitating for a moment, Ji Yao suddenly said, Kill them all together. If there were more people, the risk of information being leaked would be higher. If Tiger Peak died, others might not believe that she was the one who did it because Tiger King was on Life King's side. In the past, when she went out of the Forbidden Catacombs, it was also Tiger King who protected her and sent her back. Outside the Forbidden Catacombs, it was also Tiger King who protected her. The Ji family and the Tiger family were also allies. If Tiger Peak died here, no one would believe that Ji Yao was the one who did it because she had no reason to do so. Fong Ping could not help but look at her. This woman really learned fast. I only made the first move, and you already learned to kill your own people and frame others? How cold-blooded. But I like it. Fong Ping sneered in his heart. Tiger Peak. Maybe he had to think of a way to stay. Tiger Peak trusted Ji Yao a lot. But the person he trusted, the person he loved, suddenly betrayed him and wanted to kill him. One could imagine how crazy and resentful Hu Feng was at that time. Once they left the Imperial battlefield, Hu Feng might go crazy. The more he loved her, the more he wanted to take revenge. When that time came, Tiger King might completely fall out with the Ji family. Some of the things said by the descendants of the Tiger King were much more convincing than those said by other people. It's time for Destiny Royal Court to fall into chaos. I can't just get involved in everything. Fong Ping sneered in his heart. He used his mentality to transmit his voice again. That will have to wait until the end. If Tiger Peak dies now, people will be suspicious. Having said that, Fong Ping suddenly smiled and transmitted his voice. Maybe killing Phoenix Sparrow will be better. Ji Yao's expression changed slightly. She looked at him, gritting her teeth. After a long time, she humphed. No need. Fong Ping smiled and did not say much. Beside him, Ji Yao frowned, her expression turning colder. This time, was it good or bad to work with Feng Miesheng? Maybe she should kill Feng Miesheng in the end. Completely annihilated. However, since Feng Miesheng dared to mention this, he might have a secret plan. Working with the Feng family might be better, Ji Yao thought to herself, and did not say anything. Fong Ping, on the other hand, continued to look for opportunities to continue exploring the monster's lairs. After exploring for a while, Fong Ping suddenly looked ahead, his brows moving slightly. Not only Fong Ping, but Ji Yao also looked ahead suddenly and said coldly, "There's something strange." Fong Ping nodded slightly and said slowly, "The monster's aura is very strong and chaotic. There are many monsters ahead." Ji Yao glanced at him and said lightly, "Your immortal god isn't weak." Feng Miesheng had just become an upper stage commander, yet he had discovered the abnormality before the peak commander martial artists. Ji Yao was a little surprised, but then she understood. Of course, Feng Miesheng was confident. Otherwise, he would not have calculated so much. Fong Ping did not care too much. He shouted, "Men, go ahead and investigate. We've encountered the chaotic monsters." Seeing that many people wanted to go, Fong Ping shouted, 3 to 5 people will do. Don't be disturbed." Very soon, four martial artists went straight ahead. Fong Ping stopped in his tracks and shouted again, "The rest of you wait for news. Don't panic." Seeing that Fong Ping had arranged everything clearly, Ji Yao did not bother anymore. Everyone waited. After a while, Fong Ping's heart skipped a beat. There was a human's aura, Old Wong, and the rest. Fong Ping did not say anything. His mentality was probably the strongest among these people. He was also the first to discover it. After a while, the few people who went to investigate suddenly shouted from afar, "Your Highness, the monsters are attacking. They're attracted by the resurrected martial artists. D***M in it." Fong Ping cursed and shouted, "Quick, don't let them escape. Kill." As soon as Fong Ping finished speaking, he led everyone and charged into the distance. At this time, everyone could feel the aura of the resurrected martial artists in the distance. They were all leading a group of monsters in their direction. "Your Highness, there are a lot of monsters. Shut up. Kill them. Don't let anyone escape." Fong Ping shouted angrily. Then he saw Wang Jinyang in the crowd and shouted, "Come with the team. Chase after them." As he said that, he pointed. Among the people that Huayu had handed over to him, 4 to 5 people were there. When they saw Feng Miesheng pointing, they did not hesitate and quickly followed Fong Ping and charged into the distance. Fong Ping used the flight step and shouted, "Leave half of you to resist the monsters. The rest split into 4 teams and kill them." "Quick!" Fong Ping shouted. Then he looked at Wang Jinyang, who had already escaped to the side, and roared, "Wang Jinyang, today is the day you die. Don't even think about escaping." Fong Ping was extremely fast. He led about 10 people and charged toward Wang Jinyang. In the crowd, someone shouted, "Your Highness, be careful of the trap." "Shut up. Do as I say. Quick!" Fong Ping shouted. He had already led his people away from the main group. Ji Yao, who remained in place, glanced at her surroundings and suddenly shouted, "Men, chase after that fellow with this consort." As she said that, Ji Yao pointed at Qin Fengqing, who was the weakest. Then she shouted at Hu Feng, bring some people to kill that Li Hansong." Hu Feng did not hesitate. He hurriedly led a lot of people to chase after Li Hansong. On the other side, a peak rank 7 martial artist also led a lot of people to chase after Yao Qingjun. The rest of the people quickly charged at the demonic beasts that were converging from all directions. "Wang Jinyang, don't even think about escaping." Fong Ping unleashed a burst of speed and bellowed hysterically, "Stop right there. Otherwise, this commander will kill your little lover." In front of him, Wang Jinyang, who was running madly, stopped in his tracks. "Mother f***ker. F***ck. Feng extermination? Fong Ping. Old Wang was dumbfounded. I thought you would just be a foot soldier when you snuck in. You actually became the boss. At this time, Fong Ping seemed to be cursing casually. He continued to yell, not just your lover. I will kill your entire family. You still want to run? Today you will definitely die. Quick, surround him. Fong Ping yelled as he made arrangements. The people around him were actually having a headache. If His Highness wanted to kill him, then kill him. Why did he have to say so much? However, at this time, they could not care less. One by one, they chased after Wang Jinyang. They surrounded him from all sides, ready to surround and kill him. Fong Ping increased his speed by 30%, passing by the crowd. His mentality spread rapidly. He said telepathically, quick, find a more secluded place. Let them surround you and kill them together. Old Wang did not reply. His mentality was not as strong as Fong Ping's. It was easy to have problems transmitting telepathically. Fong Ping's telepathic transmission confirmed Old Wang's identity. He cursed in his heart. Just you wait. This bastard did it on purpose just now. What little lover? I didn't expect this. Thinking about it, Old Wang was still very emotional. I didn't expect you to become the boss of the rank 7 territory. Boss is a spy. These people in the catacombs will die. Let's see how many will die. Wang Jinyang continued to run, purposely looking for places with a less open field of vision. He was getting further and further away from the direction of the big group. At this moment, there were a few martial artists guarding Fong Ping beside him. Soon, someone said in a low voice, Your Highness, he seems to be luring us on purpose. Fong Ping scolded angrily. Are you scared out of your wits? I still have the true king's avatar with me. Even if he has a divine general martial artist hiding here, he will still die. But they have the true king's origin. Your Highness, shut up. It's not on him. Do you think I can't sense the true king's origin? It's on that armored martial artist. As soon as he said that, everyone heaved a sigh of relief. Then there was no need to hesitate anymore. That was true. Feng Miesheng would not court death. No wonder he had no scruples and went straight in. Everyone did not hesitate anymore. They increased their speed. Maybe Wang Jinyang had slowed down, or maybe everyone had really increased their speed. After a while, a few rank 7 martial artists flanking from the side blocked Wang Jinyang's way. At this moment, everyone had arrived at a small valley area. Wang Jinyang suddenly stopped and shouted, Don't attack. Feng Miesheng, let me go. I will tell you about Fong Ping. Fong Ping waved his hand, gesturing for everyone to surround Wang Jinyang. As he approached, he sneered. What are you trying to say? Wang Jinyang, you must die this time. However, if you have important information, I can consider sparing your life. Your Highness, the resurrected martial artist is very cunning. Fong Ping frowned and said in a low voice, I have my own plans. The few people around him were helpless. However, when they saw a maple leaf appear in Fong Ping's hand, they heaved a sigh of relief. It was good that they were prepared. They were just afraid that His Highness would be ambushed if he was careless. As Fong Ping approached, he sent a voice transmission to the others. Don't attack first. Surround him. Don't let him escape. Everyone moved closer to Wang Jinyang. Fong Ping glanced at them and sent another voice transmission. Get close, bastard, leaving such a big gap for him to escape. The people who followed him held their divine weapons in their hands. They were extremely vigilant and started approaching Wang Jinyang. Wang Jinyang laughed. There's no need for that. Since I'm surrounded, I want to live too. I won't attack again. Fong Ping sneered. I don't think you can escape either. Wang Jinyang, I didn't expect you to be so stupid to fall into our hands so easily. Wang Jinyang laughed. I'm very stupid, but Fong Ping is even more stupid. Actually, Fong Ping doesn't know that I've long disliked him and wanted to kill him. Oh right, if I kill him, do you still have the rewards that the catacombs promised? Fong Ping laughed out loud. Of course. However, do you think you're qualified to kill Fong Ping? Wang Jinyang laughed too. Why not? Fong Ping may be stronger than me, but he's actually very stupid. If I want to kill him, it'll be a piece of cake. Fong Ping gritted his teeth. As he moved closer, he scolded, "Only I can kill Fong Ping. You don't have the right. If you say Fong Ping is stupid, you're even more stupid than him." "I'm not as stupid as him." The people around him were about to break down. His Highness must be crazy. He was already surrounded. He could either be captured or killed. What was he doing with all the nonsense? Fong Ping and Old Wang scolded each other for a while. Suddenly he shouted, "Capture him, Wang Jinyang. If you dare to resist, you'll die." Wang Jinyang said lazily, "I won't resist." Everyone was stunned again. So easy? Even so, these people did not let down their guard. They pounced on Wang Jinyang one after another. These people were already very close to Wang Jinyang, ready to capture him. In the next moment, everyone's vision went black. Everyone was shocked. In the dark, they heard Fong Ping shout, "Gather here quickly." In the next moment, everyone gathered in the direction of the voice. A peak rank 7 martial artist had just rushed to Fong Ping's side when he was greeted by a golden broadsword. The broadsword flashed and disappeared. The man's head fell to the ground. Even now, his eyes were still full of fear and disbelief. His Highness killed him? He was a member of the Maple King's faction. Fong Ping killed the man with one slash and attacked quickly. In the dark, many people were still at a loss, but they would not sit still and wait for death. They all rushed toward Fong Ping. As Fong Ping hacked at them, he laughed and said, "Old Wang, your acting skills are really bad." Beside him, Wang Jinyang watched him kill people like he was watching a show. He said impatiently, "Get lost. If I knew you were doing so well, we wouldn't have stayed here and suffered." Cough, cough. It's not really good. Don't mention it. If you guys don't make some noise, I'll be left behind. Damn it, he's Fong Ping. Only then did someone react. Instantly, they cursed in fear. Fong Ping. Fong Miesheng was Fong Ping? Fong Ping slashed again and chopped off the head of the middle stage rank 7 martial artist who was shouting the loudest. After he was done, he scolded, "Shut up! Do you think you're awesome by being so loud?" "I'm Fong Miesheng." The Fong Mansion has already reached an agreement with the resurrected martial artist. What the F***ck do you know? These words were even more shocking than Fong Ping saying he was Fong Ping. In an instant, the remaining few people felt like their worldview was about to collapse. What was real? What was fake? Beside them, Wang Jinyang was completely speechless. This guy's bad taste had not changed. Even when he died, he would make people die unreconciled. Every time you fool the dead, doesn't your conscience feel uneasy? Fong Ping did not care about this. Wang Jinyang watched him kill people like he was cutting melons and vegetables. He sighed. "This house of yours is really useful. Once you enter, you can't run away. You can kill rank 7s more effortlessly than a rank 9 killing rank 7s. Nonsense. Do you think it's useless to spend so much imperishable substance?" As Fong Ping spoke, his body flickered with a golden glow. A roar sounded. Fong Ping's golden glow trembled. He was speechless. Is it fun to self-destruct? In the time it took to exchange a few words, more than 10 rank 7 martial artists had all been killed by him. Fong Ping waved his hand casually. Then he cursed. "Mother asterisk cur. I told them not to take back their divine weapons." These bastards actually took away 2 divine weapons. They killed 12 people and only got 10 divine weapons. They did it on purpose, didn't they? Wang Jinyang was completely speechless. In the blink of an eye, both of them appeared outside the Golden House. Fong Ping sensed for a while. He smiled. Someone is coming from behind. So many people have died. The next show won't be easy. Remember, 1 or 2 more times will do. Not more. I still have a big show later. I can't kill everyone now. As Fong Ping said that, he added quickly, "There will be a big battle soon. The few of you better hide first. At the end of the battle, you, or Ironhead, pretend to be me and show your face. Remember, you have to wait until I fight Ji Yao before you show your face. It'll be best if there are a few witnesses to prove that Fong Ping is among you." Wang Jinyang said quickly, "You want to expose your identity? How are you going to leave then?" You guys help me look for an alias. See if there are any dead human martial artists here. If you find one, lend me your identity. Okay. Fong Ping sensed that many people were approaching from behind. He said quickly again, "It's best if one of you goes out first. Help me check out the situation. You guys are in danger too." Qin Fengqing is not a resurrected martial artist. Those true kings might not fall out with him just to kill him. Ask him to find a chance to go out and contact old Zhang at the end of the battle. See how many true king powerhouses are out there. Once I go out, if there are true kings guarding me, they might kill me without caring about anything. You must protect me. If I die this time, it'll be a big loss. Why don't I go out first? It'll be dangerous for you if you go out. Right now, the true kings here in the catacombs are going crazy. I'm afraid the resurrected martial artists will also be on the list of people who must be killed. Let Qin Fengqing go. Tell that fellow that there will be danger, but there will be plenty of benefits. You must be reliable. Old Zhang might not be able to do it alone. After he snatches us, run straight away. Deliver the message. Don't worry about anything else. Okay. The two of them talked quickly. Fong Ping suddenly slashed with his saber. A loud boom resounded through the sky. Damn it, Wang Jinyang! Don't you dare! Fong Ping roared. He tossed the corpses aside casually and punched again, exploding the corpses. Then he roared again. True King's avatar. Damn it, you actually have a true King's avatar. Rumble! Fong Ping roared as he bombarded the valley. Old Wang glanced at him, feeling a little helpless. Aren't you tired of singing a one-man show? Forget it. I can't be bothered with you anymore. Old Wang did not delay either. He left quickly. Before he left, he roared, Feng Miesheng, consider yourself lucky that I didn't kill you this time. You think you're qualified to kill me? Fong Ping roared again and again, punching harder. The surrounding area was almost completely blasted by him. After thinking for a while, Fong Ping gave himself another punch. He hit himself until his clothes were tattered and his face was covered in dirt. Wang Jinyang, who had already gone far away, saw that Fong Ping was especially energetic and felt helpless again. What did this fellow Fong Ping learn in the past 2 years? The catacombs people were really unlucky to meet this fellow. Your Highness! An anxious roar came from afar. Fong Ping roared, Chase. Damn it, chase him quickly. I don't believe that he has a second true king's avatar. As he spoke, many people had already caught up to him. Seeing the blood seeping from the corner of Fong Ping's mouth, the valley completely blasted into a sinkhole, and some mutilated corpses scattered everywhere. Everyone's expression changed drastically. Soon, however, everyone heaved a sigh of relief. It was good that Feng Miesheng was not dead. If Feng Miesheng was dead, it would be a terrible disaster. Fong Ping's expression, however, was somber. He roared angrily. Why are you looking at me? Chase him quickly. Don't let him get away. He wants to kill me with a mere avatar? Wishful thinking. He really thinks that I'm unprepared. Many people were shocked. His Highness had a lot of life-saving techniques. Lord Feng King was indeed powerful. Despite thinking about it, many people in the crowd quickly chased after Wang Jinyang. Fong Ping's expression was ugly. He shouted, Go back and gather. Damn it. These fellows have a lot of tricks up their sleeves, but I don't think they have many avatars to use. A commander-level powerhouse in the Feng Mansion said hurriedly, It's good that your Highness is fine. The Land of Rebirth's true king's avatars are not unlimited. It's worth it to use more than 10 people's lives in exchange for one avatar. Moreover, not many of our people died. They are all His Highness's Hua Yu and the rest, Fong Ping humphed. This is a little troublesome. Hua Yu and the rest died as soon as they arrived. These useless people actually gathered together and let the avatars kill them. How stupid! Fong Ping cursed a few times. His expression was livid. Without another word, he led his people and flew back. As for Wang Jinyang, he had disappeared long ago. It was obvious that they could not catch up to him. Let's go back first and discuss this at length. We've just arrived, and we've already suffered heavy losses. The martial artists who resurrected are indeed cunning. All of you are also useless. Nobody actually reported that they have a true king's avatar. If something happens to me, none of you can escape. Everyone was speechless. They could not be blamed for this. When some of them were chasing after Wang Jinyang and the rest, they did not see them use this. Perhaps they felt that they were not worth using the true king's avatar. Fang Ping did not say anything else. His expression was still ugly. For a moment, the others did not dare to ask anything else. All of them were trembling with fear. Chapter 765. Soon, Fang Ping arrived at the place where they had split up. By now, many of the monsters had been killed. The chaotic monsters were not in their right mind. Although there were many of them, the catacombs martial artists were all armed with divine weapons and were not weak. With their teamwork, they killed more than 10 rank 7 monsters. The other chaotic monsters retreated quickly. Even so, 2 people were killed and many were injured. Ji Yao and the rest had not returned yet. Fang Ping's face was dark, and he did not speak. After waiting for a while, Ji Yao returned. The people she brought were not completely wiped out like Fang Ping. However, one person died, which was not too obvious. She saw that none of the people Fang Ping brought were there. Ji Yao was shocked. They were all dead? Was Feng Miesheng that powerful? In order not to be too obvious, she had only secretly shocked one person's mentality and killed him in the chaos. She did not expect that more than 10 people Feng Miesheng brought with him were all dead. Fang Ping did not care about this. He asked coldly, "Did you kill that guy?" "No." Ji Yao shook her head and said helplessly, "He ran very fast. He didn't dare to stop." "Then one person died on your side?" Fang Ping shouted, "Ji Yao, are you that useless?" Ji Yao almost vomited blood. She said coldly, "Where are the people you brought with you?" "Wang Jinyang has a true king clone." Fang Ping humphed coldly, "If not, I would have killed him." Ji Yao could not tell if it was true or not. She even had a headache. Suddenly, she sent a voice transmission. Really? She really could not tell. Did Feng Miesheng kill those people? Or did the other party really have a true king clone? Fang Ping also sent a voice transmission. "It's true. Damn it, I underestimated these guys. Be careful. Don't get tricked by them. But it's good too. It's worth it to use these guys who were about to die in exchange for their true king clone." Ji Yao asked again, "What do we do now? Do we kill these guys first, or preserve our strength and kill Bai Shangyue and the rest?" Fang Ping hesitated for a moment. He thought for a while and said, "Kill Bai Shangyue and the rest first. Otherwise, how can we frame Fang Ping if we kill them?" Ji Yao was silent for a while, hesitating. These people were not easy to deal with. If they did not kill them now, would there be a chance later? Fang Ping comforted him. "Don't worry, they can't run away. We'll deal with the people at the entrance last. These people are enough to kill them. We still can't be careless. Once we suffer heavy casualties, these people may become a fatal threat to us." Fang Ping wore a smile, his face full of confidence. "Don't worry. One true king clone won't be able to kill them. But what about 2? Ancestor Wang stepped into 2 great Daos. He gave me more than one avatar." Ji Yao took a deep breath. The Maple Monarch was truly willing to go all out. In order to protect Feng Miesheng, he actually cut off 2 of his clones, while Fang Ping and Ji Yao were discussing. Rank 8 domain. The people of Bai Shangyue strolled leisurely without any sense of danger. In the Rank 8 region, they brought quite a number of Rank 8 martial artists this time. Moreover, they already had people in the Rank 8 region. As soon as they entered, they quickly gathered their subordinates. At this moment, the number of Rank 8 martial artists under their command was close to 30. However, among these 30 people, 12 of them were brought by Fang Ping from the Imperial City. These Rank 8 martial artists came from the Divine General's manors under the Maple Mansion. They were considered Fang Ping's people. In front of them, Bai Shangyue, Xianjun, Huayu, Yangsheng, and Ziyu, a total of 5 Rank 8 Golden Body martial artists gathered together. The few of them chatted as they walked along the boundary wall. Huayu was all smiles. Feng Miesheng and Ji Yao have already lost their composure because of Fang Ping. Fong Ping didn't come here, but the two of them actually gathered close to 200 chieftains just to kill a few of Fong Ping's henchmen. You can see how strong their desire to kill Fong Ping is. Beside him, Bai Shanhua laughed. Brother Hua, if you have something to say, just say it. Why beat around the bush? Hua Yu chuckled. He touched the boundary wall and said slowly, along the way, Feng Miesheng provoked Brother Bai Shanhua. Brother Bai Shanhua said that he has no intention of fighting for the Lord's position. Everyone, we know each other very well. We've had many dealings in the Venerable region. If you really have no interest in the Lord's position, why do you want to be a crown prince? You might as well return to your respective royal territories and cultivate there. Everyone, who dares say that they don't want to be a lord? Hua Yu chuckled. Let's not talk about you and me. Brother Xianzhen, including you, aren't you interested? Xianzhen's expression didn't look too good. He said indifferently, Xianzhen doesn't have the qualifications. Qualifications? Hua Yu laughed. That might not be the case. King Li didn't have the Lord True King's support, but he still became a lord. Even though Mystic Jade True King has fallen, there are still some True King friends in the True King Hall. If we can't reach a stalemate, perhaps a descendant of a fallen True King would be more suitable? Xianzhen's expression changed slightly. He said, Hua Yu, what are you trying to say? Hua Yu sighed. But do we really have a chance? Feng Miesheng and Ji Yao are our biggest obstacles. Bai Shanhua immediately frowned. Brother Hua, how dare you? If something happens to these two, we won't be able to hide it from everyone when we enter the unified territory. At that time, the true king will definitely be furious. Hua Yu laughed. Brother Bai Shanhua is more ruthless than I thought. Hua Yu has no intention of targeting them. What I mean is, since they've been scared out of their wits by Fong Ping, we can't let things go so smoothly. They're possessed and afraid of a revived martial artist. Can such a person really command the royal court? The two of them have been beaten by Fong Ping so many times that they're possessed. Their progress in the undying god is slow, but once this obstacle is removed, the two of them might enter a period of rapid improvement. At that time, they'll be able to reach the venerable realm very quickly. Maybe they'll even be able to step into the divine general realm soon. At that time, do you and I really have a chance? Hua Yu sighed. Becoming a lord and walking the myriad paths is the clearest path at the moment, the path to becoming a true king. King Ji Hong didn't take many years to become a true king. If King Li hadn't been injured back then, he would probably have become a true king. Have you guys realized in these years? Powerhouses who have stepped onto the true king path are all related to the myriad paths. The land of rebirth's King Marshall, Dark King, Moon King. These people may not be lords, but they have the shadow of the myriad paths. King Marshall and Dark King made the land of rebirth rise in the neo-martial era. They walked the path of enlightenment, so they became true kings. The Moon King is the same. 3 departments and 4 residences. Due to the immense pressure, the people in the land of rebirth are united. Commanders like the 3 departments and 4 residences gathered the hearts of the people and became a religion. That's why they quickly stepped into the true king realm. Zhang Weiyu, who's not far from being a true king, did the same, including Wu Chuan. I heard that he's improving very quickly too. Wu Chuan is young, but he's walking on the path of godhood so quickly. Don't you guys understand? The closer we get to the war, the more people will unite. It's easier to become a lord by walking the myriad paths. That's why if we become lords now, we might become true kings in 2 or 3 years. We won't have to wait for thousands of years. They were not fools. They all knew this. Bai Shanhua sighed softly. That's why Lord Ji wants to abdicate now and stop waiting. It's also to increase Ji Yao's chances of becoming a true king. If she misses this chance, the chances of becoming the next lord will be much smaller. Bai Shanhua looked at Hua Yu again and said calmly, Are you going to enter the realm and interfere with them, killing Wang Jinyang and the others? Hua Yu laughed softly. Failure after failure will cause a martial artist to lose confidence and the courage to press forward. At that time, the undying deity realm will be stagnant. Even the venerable realm will be difficult, much less the divine general realm. Even if one becomes a venerable, how many times can they forge the undying body? Would anyone be willing to waste a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a lord who progresses slowly? This is not a conspiracy or a trap. We are not breaking any rules. We are only fighting for our own interests. What's wrong with that? Everyone, Hua Yu is not afraid to speak frankly. What's your decision? Bai Shangyue was silent. Xian Jun sneered. Even if we stop them, this Xian has no hope. If that's the case, this Xian will not accompany you. Hua Yu snorted and said, Xian Jun, why put on an act in front of us? When that time comes, Ji Yao's progress will be stagnant. She has no hope. The Ji family may support you. As a descendant of a fallen true king, if you are willing to marry into the Ji family, some things are hard to say. The Xian King region needs the Ji family's support. If you want to become a true king, you must listen to the Ji family's arrangements before that. Even if you become a true king, in my opinion, Ji Yao has no chance. Between you and brother Bai Shangyue, it is uncertain who has the upper hand. Bai Shangyue shouted, Hua Yu, there is no need to stir things up now. These little tricks will only lower our statuses. Hua Yu smiled. Hua Yu does not have such intentions, but Xianjun insists on putting on an act. He wants to stay out of this and take advantage of the situation without doing anything. How can it be so easy? Xianjun's expression was cold, but he said nothing. Hua Yu didn't care what he thought. He smiled and said, Everyone, the choice is up to you. If you don't enter the domain now, it will be too late. It is not difficult for hundreds of commanders to surround and kill a few people. Bai Shangyue glanced at the people behind him and said solemnly, They may not give us a chance with them around. Hua Yu laughed. Brother Bai Shangyue is worrying too much. Are we supposed to act personally? Once we enter the domain, we will let our people act in secret. These people will follow us. Once we are there, we will search for the ruins and watch the show. That is what we should do. It looks like brother Bai Shanyue's life in Heaven's Fate Royal Court has been too unsatisfactory. How will you fight for the position of King Lord? Oomph. Bai Shanyue snorted and glanced at Xianjun. Xianjun, don't tell me you have no such intentions. Your Xian family wants to keep its position and become a true monarch. The path of true monarch Mystic Jade may not be as smooth as the King Lord's. Xianjun said coldly, This sovereign will not participate, but I will not cause trouble either. Don't worry. The others sneered. Hua Yu understood what he meant and said slowly, Then let's go together and watch a great show. I am looking forward to seeing Feng Miesheng's flustered and exasperated expression. Hundreds of commanders surrounded a few cultivators of the same rank, and they still failed. Hua Yu shook his head with a smile. If it were him, he would probably go crazy from anger, let alone the arrogant Feng Miesheng. As for the arrogant Ji Yao, she would probably vomit blood if she suffered another blow. The few of them looked at each other and did not say anything else. They continued to search for the weak points of the realm walls. In the land of King Battlefield, the realm walls were sometimes weak and sometimes strong. With so many people, it would not be too difficult for them to break through the realm walls. There was still a great show to watch in the territory of kings. Both sides had their own plans. While they were plotting, in the direction of Imperial Sea Mountain, Li Jun looked at Zhang Tao and said unhappily, What is it now? You alone are not enough. You even called me. Zhang Tao ignored him and looked into the distance. After a while, he said, We might not need you, but it's hard to say. Did you sense it? Li Jun glanced at him and looked toward the forbidden area. After a while, he frowned and said, It seems to be King Feng and the others. Where are they going? The land of King Battlefield? You guessed right. Zhang Tao sighed. They really came. Is it just King Feng and King Huai? Li Jun was going crazy. How many more do you want? So what if it's the land of King Battlefield? Why are King Feng and the others going there? Zhang Tao ignored him and said to himself, If it's the two of them, it's not a big problem. But these two fellows are here. When the others see them, they might come too. If the Monster Life King Court knows that a true king is here, they will call for help. Zhang Tao, don't shout. Zhang Tao was displeased. I'm talking. What are you shouting for? Does it make you sound louder? Li Jun was going crazy. His head was splitting. The capital city catacombs is still at war. The land of King Battlefield, bastards. It must be those little bastards who are causing trouble. Can't you do something about the martial arts universities? Li Jun wanted to vomit blood. Don't you think we have enough trouble? Can we calm down now? The capital city catacombs ground Sunflower King is still here. There are already 3 true kings gathered here. If a few more come, who knows how many more will come? Zhang Tao rubbed his chin and said slowly, "It's not really troublesome to move. Maybe it's a good thing. Cut the crap. Take care of the Maple King and the Huai King. Give the Fallen Star Army a ton of energy stones. Is that enough?" Li Jun paused. He said, "Where did you get it from? Why do you care where I got it from?" Zhang Tao said impatiently, "A ton is enough for the Fallen Star Army to cultivate for a long time. You don't have the ability to earn money. The Fallen Star Army can't get anything out of it. How many resources have we used all these years? We're almost at the end of our rope. Giving you a ton is more than enough for you. If you do this again, I'll disband the Fallen Star Army." Li Jun said angrily, "The Fallen Star Army has fought head-on battles. When have we not suffered heavy losses? The loot from the battlefield is not even enough for healing. How is your Wuhan army any better than us? If you didn't get a mineral vein in the Magic City catacombs, you wouldn't have had the chance to be so arrogant." Zhang Tao sneered. He said lightly, "What's the point of saying so much? The Maple King and the Huai King are worth 1,000 caddies each. It's up to you whether you want to do it or not." Li Jun sighed, a little dissatisfied. "You speak as if I can use it myself. 1,000 caddies? 1,000 caddies is enough to beat the Huai King. Maple King is a little lacking. At least 1,500 caddies. Don't give me that. Do I need to look for you? Huai King? 500 caddies are enough for the Huai King. The rest is for the Maple King. 2,000 caddies. If you're not willing, you can leave. It's the same without you." Li Jun glanced at him. He did not dwell on this anymore. Forget it. 2,000 caddies was not a small amount. He was not fighting over this. Instead, he asked doubtfully, "Don't tell me you have an income? Otherwise, with your personality, how can I get anything from you? If you give me a ton, you'll have to double it for yourself, right?" "That's not true." Zhang Tao rejected immediately. He said somewhat helplessly, "It's all because of those brats. These guys are not ordinary people. They can't be killed so easily. They're still very useful." Li Jun still had some doubts. "Was this for real? You didn't get anything, but you gave the Fallen Star Army a ton of energy stones?" Zhang Tao was not a good person. When it was time to be ruthless, he would be even more ruthless. If the Fallen Star Army could not get any resources, Zhang Tao would be stingy. Not just the Fallen Star Army, but the Wuhan Army was the same. If they could not support themselves, Zhang Tao would rather disband some of the personnel and let them find their own way out. Otherwise, the Wuhan Army would have more than 38,000 people all these years. Not dwelling on this, Li Jun said quickly, "Maple King and the rest came here. What happened at the King battlefield?" Zhang Tao said casually, "It's not a big deal. Feng Yexing might be dead. Ji Yao, it's hard to say. Also, it seems like a few true kings' direct descendants might be dead. Maybe even a batch of rank 7 and 8 martial artists died. Wait, how much is a batch?" Li Jun suddenly felt that something was not right. Zhang Tao said indifferently, "Maybe 20 to 30, maybe 70 to 80. Who knows?" "How much?" Li Jun could not hold it in anymore. "Why the F***ck are you pretending? Easy for you to say. 20 to 30? 70 to 80. This was not the group of fellows from the outer domain. They were the direct descendants of the restricted areas elites. So many of them had died, and you're pretending to be indifferent." Li Jun was going crazy. He said angrily, "Tell me, is that bastard Fong Ping inside? If he's not inside, how could so many people have died? I told you something was wrong. As expected, that fellow really snuck in. Zhang Tao, you solve this trouble yourself? If so many people have died, the nearby true kings will come. Are you sure you and I can hold them off?" Zhang Tao sighed. Let's see. There are only 3 now. There's no hurry. As for Nan Yunyue, let her hold off the ground Sunflower King. Valley King is in the West Mountain Catacombs. Let him hold off 1 person. I'll observe the situation. When those brats come out, we'll scoop them up and leave. After leaving the catacombs, these fellows won't start a war now. Will they go to Earth to kill people? Li Jun frowned. You're prepared for at least 4 or 5 true kings to come? If this goes on, the king battleground will be destroyed soon. Who would dare to go in next time? The outer ruins of the king battleground are almost explored. There are actually very few opportunities now. The inner ruins have not yielded any results after so many years. If it's destroyed, then so be it. Zhang Tao did not care about this. After thinking for a while, he said suddenly, "It's still not safe enough. Forget it. I'll return to Earth from Heavenly King's side later. You guys look after the other places." "Wait," Li Jun said hurriedly. "You're going to Patriarch's side?" "Yes." "What exactly do you want to do?" Li Jun frowned. "Zhang Tao, it's been so many years. You still want to test Patriarch?" Zhang Tao smiled. "You're thinking too much. Why would I want to test Heavenly King? I'm just going there to take a look. It's safer there, in case those fellows get desperate and chase us into the outer realm." "Cut it out." "I really didn't mean that." Seeing Li Jun's unfriendly expression, Zhang Tao laughed. "Forget it. I'll be straightforward. I'm not testing anything. I'm just going to see how Heavenly King's research is going. I've passed my ultimate art to him last time. I want to see if Heavenly King can figure anything out. 2 heads are better than 1. Maybe he can give me some inspiration. Actually, I haven't made much progress these 2 years. My origin Tao seems to have stagnated." Li Jun looked at him suspiciously. "You've stagnated? If you've really stagnated, how did you find the Maple King and the others so quickly?" "It's only natural that I'm stronger than you." Zhang Tao smiled and said, "Actually, I want to ask Heavenly King Jin Wang if he can help me walk my Tao." "Say, can 2 people walk the same Tao? Can they walk the same Tao?" "Li Jun, why don't you try walking my Tao later?" Li Jun frowned. "You're quite bold. It's not like no one has tried it all these years. It doesn't work. Why are you thinking about it now?" "It's just a sudden thought." Zhang Tao smiled. "I've been thinking, can a certain fellow imitate others when he's in a desperate situation?" Zhang Tao smiled playfully. "Imitate? How about imitating Origin Tao? He didn't need to be at the pinnacle. Maybe a rank 9 would be able to see something. 1 Tao for 1 person to walk. However, if there was an anomaly and he imitated you, could he imitate Origin Tao? Could he walk the exact same Tao? If he could, then there would be a reason. Even if others could not replicate it, if this fellow could really imitate others' Origin Tao." Zhang Tao shuddered. F***CK. Wasn't this showing his Origin Tao to others? If this brat could imitate Life King's and the others' Origin Tao and let him observe it for a while, wouldn't he be able to beat up whoever he wanted in the future? The current Tao of the true king was flawed. Without flaws. Those without flaws had already stepped into the Emperor realm. That was why the desperate situation of this era was so afraid that their ultimate techniques would be learned by others. That was why they were so afraid that their Origin Tao would be exposed. The more I think about it, the more amazing it gets. Zhang Tao sighed inwardly. He really wanted to tie this brat up. However, if he was tied up, what if this brat's martial arts progress stagnated? If he was tied up, he wouldn't be able to come into contact with those true kings. If he couldn't come into contact with them, this brat wouldn't be able to imitate them out of thin air, right? Li Jun kept staring at Zhang Tao. He kept staring. After so many years, this old thing had a habit of speaking, leaving half of what he said unsaid. "Do you think I'll guess and ask?" "You're thinking too much." Li Jun could not be bothered. He didn't ask and Zhang Tao didn't say anything. Zhang Tao continued to stare at the king battlefield. After a while, he smiled and said, "These 2 old things arrived quite quickly. Later, you will fight with the Maple King and help me test him." "The last few times I fought with him, this fellow feels the same as me." "What do you mean?" Zhang Tao chuckled. "If you can't win, you run. Don't get entangled. It feels like you didn't use too much strength. Try again. This time he might expose a little." "Feng Mie is dead. and there's no one left in the Feng family. He'll probably be angry. Li Jun was tired. These words were not embarrassing at all. He was a desperate powerhouse, after all. Could he pay attention to his identity? Li Jun was tired, but he was used to it. He said, "All right, I'll try again. However, I'll have to use my full strength. 2,000 caddies isn't enough. This fellow's origin Dao isn't short. He's not weak. Add another 500 caddies." Zhang Tao stared at him with a serious expression. "Li Jun, you only care about money, don't you? Testing the catacombs' true king's strength is related to the survival of mankind. You're talking to me about this now? I'm giving you the energy stones because the Fallen Star Army is suffering. This is actually your responsibility. You're the commander of the military department. If you can't even support the strongest army, what kind of commander are you? But now, you're still trying to bargain with me? I don't have any energy stones. If you're not willing, I won't force you. If you keep talking nonsense, don't do anything. I won't even give you 2,000 caddies." Li Jun's expression stiffened. He sighed. "Forget it. I can't win against you. That's it." Zhang Tao snorted coldly. He deserved a scolding after cursing a little. If he had asked for 500 caddies, he would have let him bargain. Even if he gave you 1,000 caddies, you'd be happy. He had said too much this time. It was a mistake. Li Jun has to give 2,000 caddies. Nan Yinyue, 500 caddies will be enough. If the Valley King makes a move, the House of Guardians has to give something too, 500 caddies. Zhang Tao did some calculations. 3,000 caddies should be enough. As for Fang Ping, he would count the number of people. Including Fang Ping himself, there would be 5 people. Each person would receive 1,000 caddies. Also, for resisting the true king, each person would receive 1,000 caddies. Depends on the situation. Life has been good recently. It's okay to have a little less. Zhang Tao thought casually. He was not in a hurry to go over. If he went over now, the true king would still have to come from the catacombs. When the time was right, he would go over when Fang Ping and the others came out. P.S. It's the last day. It'd be a waste if you don't vote. Brothers, remember to vote. Chapter 766. Outside the King battlefield. King Maple's expression was ugly. He shouted, "Someone go in and inform extermination." Fang Ping might have blended into the crowd. "My lord," the few rank 9 powerhouses who were in charge of guarding the place looked terrified. Lu Wuxian was slightly better. At this moment, he said hurriedly, "Sir, before coming, I've checked everything once." Fang Ping, Maple Monarch, said indifferently, "Wuxian, you might not be able to see anything. Send someone to inform extermination. Tell him to stop caring about the martial artists who came back to life, and bring all of them out. King Huai and I will investigate them together." Lu Wuxian said no more. The rank 9 martial artist in charge of guarding hurriedly shouted, "Someone go in and inform His Highness Feng." Very soon, a rank 7 martial artist entered from the passageway. On the side, Jinan hurriedly called for people to enter and inform Ji Yao. Not only that, when Jinan saw that both Maple King and Huai King had arrived, she was also worried that there would be trouble. After thinking for a moment, she signaled to Xiantong. Xiantong didn't say anything else and quickly flew away. 2 monarchs from the Sky Planet's royal court had come. He had to inform the monarchs from the nearby Destiny royal court to avoid trouble. The Maple King didn't care about them. He wasn't here to cause trouble for the Destiny royal court. Ignoring these people, the Maple King looked at the Imperial Sea Mountain in the distance. Martial King, Netherworld King, the Maple Monarch's expression was ugly. These 2 fellows were also here. Was it a coincidence, or had it been here for a long time? The king's battleground was no more than 1,000 li away. King Huai also noticed the 2 of them and said slowly, "Do these 2 know that Fang Ping is here? Or is it because of something else? It's hard to tell for now. But now that we're here, they won't just sit back and watch. When extermination brought his men here, they probably received the news. If Fang Ping is really here, they might get involved." King Huai snorted and said, "Zhang Tao and the others have provoked us again and again. He might as well take this opportunity to think of a way to heavily injure them. There are only two of them here. King Gu is in the 17th Southern Domain. The Maple King shook his head and said, the Moon Monarch is in the 19th Southern Territory. That Groundflower fellow is over there. He should be able to stop it. King Huai continued, these two plus King Gu are not weak. Feng Ji, do you want to give it a try? The Maple King began to ponder. It would take at least 4 or 5 true monarchs to severely injure these two. Xiatong has gone to Destiny Royal Court, and the Tiger King seems to be nearby. When the Tiger King comes, we can try. King Huai continued, King Qingping, King Modo is also nearby. With the 5 of us working together, we might be able to severely injure 1 or 2 of them. King Modo might not be willing to help. The Maple Monarch added, besides, now is not the time. King Huai frowned slightly. Don't you think that the Land of Rebirth has been very active lately? Moreover, if Fong Ping is really here, it will be troublesome if these 2 fellows interfere. I still have to find a chance to kill Fong Ping. Maple King also thought that Fong Ping deserved to die. This guy had caused the death of his son, and he seemed to have gained something in the domain before. He could also be the reincarnation of the Demon Emperor, so he should be killed as soon as possible. Thinking of this, King Feng no longer hesitated and said, go invite them over. I'll wait here for extermination and the others to come out. All right. King Huai left without hesitation. The first person he wanted to kill was not Fong Ping, but Zhang Tao. Zhang Tao, this guy, had humiliated him several times. Unfortunately, his ability was not as good as Zhang Tao's, and he was at a disadvantage every time. Now that the opportunity had come, these 2 fellows would interfere this time, and he would teach them a lesson. Imperial Sea Mountain. Zhang Tao sighed again, lamenting, I've gone to call for help. Li Jun, this is troublesome. Li Jun said coldly, think of a way yourself. What can I do? Zhang Tao said casually, then said, the others have missions. How can they just leave like that? If it really doesn't work, bring some people to the ancient Buddha Holy Land, and let those old fellows do it. Li Jun paused for a while before saying, those old monks will probably go crazy. Who cares? Zhang Tao laughed wantonly, squinting his eyes. Later, capture the monk guarding the ancient Buddha Holy Land's king battlefield. Tell him that they wanted to kill these people, and you want to save them. At least you saved a rank 9 powerhouse. It's already good enough that you didn't charge them for it. I won't have any objections. Li Jun said no more. It made sense, so he planned to do it that way. The ancient Buddha Holy Land was not too far from here. Of the 27 territories in the Southern Territory, Sino Nation had a total of 25 territories, 24 of which were opened, and the remaining 2 territories were in the ancient Buddha Holy Land's territory. They would reach it after flying east for tens of thousands of miles. To them, tens of thousands of miles was not too far. If they rushed there, those monks would have to help. Both of them had a plan, so they said nothing more. Inside the king battlefield, the people sent by King Maple had just entered the passageway, and as soon as they exited, there was a loud explosion. Dozens of chieftains attacked at the same time, blowing up the other party. After killing the people who came in, someone in the crowd frowned slightly and said, is this really appropriate? They've already been killed. It's His Highness Maple's order anyway, and we're just following it. Someone disagreed. Soon, someone scoffed. I think it's Mu Yunshan's chieftain, not from Destiny Royal Court. Of course you don't care. What a joke. We didn't give the order. Are you going to disobey His Highness Maple's order? As this person spoke, more than 10 Heavenly Plants Royal Court chieftains suddenly attacked, killing the martial artist sent by Ji Nan who had just entered. This time, both sides were silent, killing them so easily. It cannot be Fong Ping, right? Killing was killing, but someone still said in a low voice, both the royal courts have sent people in. Could something have happened? Why don't someone go out and ask? What if they're done asking? If they're done asking, can they still come in? Everyone was speechless again. Even if there was something, if they came in after asking, they would probably be killed. Forget it. What happens outside has nothing to do with us. Our mission is to guard the passageway. Her Highness Ji Yao and His Highness Feng Miesheng are both here. We're just carrying out orders. Even if something happens, it has nothing to do with us. Everyone stopped thinking about it and fell into silence. The silence did not last long. Very soon, someone sighed softly and said, I have a bad feeling. Her Highness Ji Yao and His Highness Feng Miesheng did not allow anyone to enter this time. Could something have happened? What could have happened? It's hard to say. I think it might have something to do with the Highnesses. Be careful with your words. Don't bother about these things. This is the Highness's business, and also related to Lord True King. We must not make wild guesses. That's true. Everyone fell silent. It was better not to make wild guesses about some things. It would easily cause big trouble. Fong Ping was temporarily unaware of the movements in the outside world. Right now, Fong Ping was fuming. All of you are trash. A bunch of trash. I've killed a few resurrected martial artists, but I still can't kill them. After yelling for a while, Fong Ping shouted, Let's go to the boundary wall. Search inside the boundary wall. I don't believe they can really escape. It's best if we can meet people from the venerable region who crossed over and joined forces to kill them. Everyone dared not refute. It was not that Wang Jinyang and the rest did not appear. They appeared again, but they still escaped. This was not all. Her Highness Ji Yao's face was green now. 2 of the people she brought out had died. She was scolded by His Highness Feng. These people were also extremely helpless now. They felt that it was best not to split their forces. They might as well just chase and kill one person. There was no need to split their forces every time. With this chase, the number of people decreased. However, many people still glanced at Ji Yao suspiciously. The people that Her Highness Ji Yao brought out did not seem to be her direct subordinates. Unlike His Highness Feng, other than the first time when someone used the True King's avatar to kill many people, he did not go out at all. Moreover, the people who died the first time were direct subordinates of His Highness Feng. Everyone cursed in their hearts. Could Her Highness Ji Yao be doing this on purpose? Others were suspecting Ji Yao. Fong Ping also scolded her telepathically. Can't you kill 1 or 2 of your own people? You're doing it so obviously. Ji Yao, why don't I teach you how to be a lord? Ji Yao, this woman, was her brain made of wood? She killed people, but couldn't she kill 1 or 2 of her own people along the way? Why did she have to catch Bai Shanyue's people and kill them? Ji Yao's expression was cold. She did not reply. She was very angry. Many of her subordinates were trained by the Ji family. They would be of great use in the future. If she killed too many now, what would happen in the future? Feng Miesheng, on the other hand, was really ruthless. No matter who it was, he killed without mercy. Fong Ping was also too lazy to scold her. This woman was very cold now. She did not reply much. Scolding her was useless. If he continued scolding her, her pride would not be able to take it, and she would quit. That would be a little troublesome. When it's about time, I can continue scolding her. I'll scold her until she flies into a rage out of humiliation. She will turn against me and kill me at once. Yes, be careful of her True King's avatar. I'll cut off her arm and run away immediately. I'll play dead. Fong Ping glanced at Ji Yao's right hand from the corner of his eye. He would just cut off one of her arms. There was no need for the rest. No longer looking for Wang Jinyang and the rest, Fong Ping quickly led the remaining people and ran all the way to the rank 8 territory wall at the end. He had to leave as soon as possible. Feng Wang and the rest might have already arrived. Moreover, MCMU was still fighting. He did not know what the situation was like. If he did not go back now, it would be troublesome if something happened. Elsewhere in the rank 7 region, Li Hansong and the rest gathered again. At this moment, Qin Fengqing's gaze was complicated. His expression was complicated. He said in a complicated tone, I know who Fong Ping is. Wang Jinyang glanced at him. You know? Ji Yao. Qin Fengqing looked shocked. He said with some shock, this guy is really amazing. He's too amazing. He's pretending to be a woman. Wang Jinyang was confused. Ji Yao? Could it be that the Fong Ping I met was fake? Ji Yao? Are you sure? Of course. Qin Fengqing said in shock. Ji Yao hunted me down twice. She let me go both times and ran away. This woman actually killed her own people. Who else could it be if not Fong Ping? This guy is really too amazing. In order to sneak in, he gave it his all. Wang Jinyang hesitated but still said, "Don't make wild guesses. It's Feng Mieshing." Bullsh asterisk T. It's definitely Ji Yao. Wang Jinyang's head hurt. He was speechless. Stop talking nonsense. If you think Ji Yao is Fong Ping, you won't even know how you died. I'm warning you, if you go near Ji Yao, you're dead meat. Qin Fengqing said hesitantly. It's really not Ji Yao. Duh. But why would this woman kill her own people? Could it be that she likes me? Get lost. Wang Jinyang could not stand him. He thought for a while and said, also, Fong Ping told me that he will incite internal strife among these people. But I have to find someone to go out and tell them that he's coming out. Qin Fengqing, Fong Ping asked you to go out, me? Qin Fengqing said sheepishly. It can't be. There are many people guarding the entrance. Fong Ping will probably settle it. But if I go out now, I'm afraid there might really be a paragon guarding outside. Won't that be the end of me? You're not worth a paragon's effort. Qin Fengqing dawdled for a while, muttering, that. Has Fong Ping named a price? The rest rolled their eyes at the same time. This guy was just like this. He could risk his life, but he had to pay. If he paid a lot, he would not mind risking his life. Wang Jinyang said impatiently, don't worry, you'll get your share, but you have to settle the matter properly. If Fong Ping gets killed when he goes out, it'll be useless no matter how much you promise him. Can it be 100 billion? Qin Fengqing looked expectant. This time, he had come to the King battleground for more than 10 days. He did not do anything but run. If he could earn 100 billion, it would be worth it. More or less. Wang Jinyang did not know how much Fong Ping had earned this time, but it should not be a small amount. He saw that Fong Ping had already taken 10 divine weapons. That's no problem. Qin Fengqing agreed readily, grinning from ear to ear. It seemed like he did not come for nothing this time. He could earn some income. He was laughing. Li Hansong said to old Wang telepathically, this guy still owes Fong Ping hundreds of billion, right? Isn't he afraid that Fong Ping will give him an IOU? Old Wang laughed. Don't worry about him. This time he's the first to go out. Fong Ping will give him some cultivation resources. But if he's counting on making a fortune this time, don't count on it. The rest could not help but laugh. Looking at the silly Qin Fengqing, they felt a little helpless. Don't tell me you've forgotten about the IOU? With Fong Ping's personality, he would more or less give some to Qin Fengqing this time. However, the probability of him taking it away in the name of repayment was very high. It was better for Qin Fengqing to continue being a pauper. After joking around for a while, Li Hansong did not send another telepathic message. He said, then are we still going to the rank 9 region to lose our origin chi? Can you go in? Wang Jinyang shook his head. We still have to go through the rank 8 region. Not to mention how long it will take to find the weak point of the regional wall. Just passing through the rank 8 region is already troublesome. There are rank 9 martial artists in the rank 9 region. It's even more dangerous. Fong Ping probably won't go. We'll go next time when we have a chance. Next time? There might not be a next time. Yao Chengjun, who was at the side, added, sighing. We've entered the King battleground twice and caused a huge commotion both times. Will there be a next time? The King battleground is still there, so there's a chance. If worst comes to worst, we can just wait until we reach rank 8 and change our appearances, then ask Fong Ping to help us change our chi dynamics. It won't be too late to sneak in then. As he said that, Wang Jinyang continued. Moreover, we don't have to go to the rank 9 region. If we throw it out here, it might have some effect. We'll act according to the situation. If Fong Ping can't escape, then we'll throw it out and try to kill a group of people. The few of them nodded, having reached an agreement. At the regional wall, Fong Ping hurried over with his men. Things went smoothly along the way. Fong Ping even saw a historical site. However, Fong Ping and Ji Yao did not care much about it. Historical sites were nothing. Compared to other things, historical sites had to be placed later. As soon as they arrived at the regional wall, Fong Ping shouted, look for the weak point of the regional wall. See if we can meet people from the venerable region. After his subordinates had gone to look for the weak point, Fong Ping took a look at the regional wall and said slowly, The second Wangs should be in the divine general region. Ji Yao had heard him say that the second Wangs had been resurrected. At this moment, her expression was solemn. The second Wangs have really been resurrected? Most likely. Fong Ping thought for a while and asked tentatively, if the second Wangs have really been resurrected, does Lord Life King have any plans? What plans? Are you really stupid or are you pretending to be? Fong Ping was displeased. He said in a low voice, Ji Yao, there's no need for you and me to hide these things now. An appropriate exchange of information is beneficial for our cooperation. I won't hide it from you. All these years, the king ancestor has been trying to find the second Wangs. Actually, he wants to pry into their Tao, not to resurrect the second Wangs. The second Wangs used to rule God's continent. However, the God's continent today is not the God's continent of the past. Is the Ji family willing to hand over the Destiny Royal Court and the True King Hall to the Destiny Monarch? Will the Ji family become the second Wang's officials? Will the Life King agree? Old Zhang had told Fong Ping before that perhaps the resurrection of the second Wangs would cause internal strife in the catacombs. However, this was a gamble. Fong Ping still wanted to test what the Life King and the others were planning. If these fellows were really willing to be the second Wang subordinates, then old Zhang's scheme would be a huge problem. With the second Wang's resurrection, even if they were not as good as they were in the past, they were at least comparable to the kind of powerhouses with two paths. Originally, humans were inferior to the other party. Now that these two had returned and had the right to speak, the catacombs had surrendered. Then they might as well stop fighting. Humans would definitely lose. Ji Yao shook her head. I don't know about this. The king ancestor won't tell me about this. How sad. Fong Ping said regretfully. As expected, even if you've reached peak commander level, the Life King still doesn't care about you. Maybe he thinks that you don't have the right to know these things, but I'm different. In the Fong family, I know almost all the top secrets. Ji Yao felt a little uncomfortable. Knowing the level of a secret also meant the degree of importance. She was not very clear about these true king's matters. Indeed, there was a sense of lack of importance. Seeing her silence, Fong Ping smiled. All right, let's not talk about this. All right, Lord Life King's avatar doesn't have the strength of a divine path, right? Fong Yeshing, what do you mean? Ji Yao's expression turned even uglier. Are you trying to say that I actually have no status at all? Fong Ping smiled. Don't misunderstand. I'm worried about Lord Life King's avatar. It's always in an active state. You know, once it's like this, Lord Life King's avatar has the ability to activate itself. If it hears our conversation, actually it's better to keep some things to yourself. If Lord Life King knows, it might not be a good thing. Moreover, if it activates itself and has the strength of a divine path, it will easily implicate everyone. Am I not worried that it will go out of control? Ji Yao humphed. Don't worry. The king ancestor's avatar does have the strength of a divine path, but it's always in a dormant state. It has just reached divine path. If it's always active, the inextinguishable divinity will overflow, which will reduce the avatar's power, and it will fall from divine path. Fong Ping understood. So that was the case? If it was always active, mentality would overflow and reduce the avatar's power? He had to estimate old Zhang's strength again. The avatar that this fellow gave him seemed to be addicted to eavesdropping. It was always active, but it still had the strength of an origin path. What's going on with old Zhang? Fong Ping was a little puzzled now. Zhang Tao had just broken through a few years ago, right? He was a little ridiculously powerful. Even the Life Kings were reluctant to cut off their avatars. This fellow cut off a few of them, and each of them had powerful strength. In the Forbidden Catacombs, that avatar definitely had the strength of an origin path. It killed 2 rank 9s at once. Even if they were weak rank 9s, it definitely had the strength of an origin path. After that, the one in the sea that could be activated automatically was the same. Although the one Fong Ping released did not kill Fifth Elder, it had severely injured the other party. It still had the strength of an origin path. A peerless powerhouse consecutively cut off 3 avatars with the strength of an origin path. Did he not see that the strength of the suppressing heavenly king slash his avatar was not that great? Old Zhang only walked one path. How far has this fellow walked on this path? It's said that when one reaches the peak, it's actually the end of the path. Is there no end for this fellow? Fong Ping's interest was piqued. He lacked understanding in this aspect. However, it was true that old Zhang was very powerful. It seemed like it would be more difficult to beat old Zhang up. There was a long way to go. There was no confidential information on Ji Yao's side. Fong Ping ignored her and continued to wander along the boundary wall. As he wandered, Ji Yao looked at him and frowned slightly. At this moment, if Feng Meixing roared again, she would feel that it was unusually familiar. She remembered that when she was in the general territory, someone also wandered around the boundary wall like this. In the end, the Yang family's Yang Qing appeared. She was killed conveniently. Ji Yao shook her head lightly. How was that possible? She was overthinking. Feng Meixing had the Maple King's avatar as a protector. She knew this. If Fong Ping wanted to impersonate Feng Meixing, he would have to kill Feng Meixing. If he killed Feng Meixing, no matter how useless Feng Meixing was, he would still have the time to use up the Maple King's avatar. This fellow is getting more and more cunning the more I look at him. He's a match for that bastard Fong Ping. Ji Yao cursed in her heart. Feng Meixing and Fong Ping were not good people. When these two met again, it would be best if they plotted against each other and killed each other. Otherwise, she would hate them. At this moment, looking at Feng Meixing again, in her eyes, the two figures actually seemed to overlap. They were both so annoying. Fong Ping. Feng Meixing, Ji Yao said in a low voice. Her voice was so low that it could not be heard. Not far away, Fong Ping's heart skipped a beat. Damn, what's wrong? Why are you talking about me like that? You wouldn't be discovered, right? A woman's sixth sense is so awesome. Feng Meixing did not interact much with Ji Yao. Fong Ping did not interact much with Ji Yao either. Logically speaking, with so little interaction, he should not have noticed anything unusual. I'm too outstanding. Even if I change my avatar, I can't hide my brilliance. Fong Ping had a plan in his heart. That should be the case. It was too eye-catching. This won't do. I have to talk less and meet those guys as soon as possible. If I'm really exposed, I can only kill Ji Yao's group right now. If that happened, Fong Ping's plan would be ruined. As he spoke, the boundary wall in the distance suddenly fluctuated slightly. Soon a scouting martial artist shouted, "Your Highness, the boundary wall here is fluctuating. Perhaps someone is crossing the boundary wall." "Assemble!" Fong Ping roared loudly. It seemed like Huai Yu and the others were also getting impatient. Chapter 767. The boundary wall continued to tremble, fluctuating greatly. People began to gather around Fong Ping. Ji Yao seemed a little nervous. She could not help but ask telepathically, "Can your people be controlled?" At this moment, Fong Ping and Ji Yao only had about 60 people with them. Among these 60 people, about 20 were from the Destiny Royal Court. The rest were from the Sky Plants Royal Court. Fong Ping did not reply. He shouted again, "Be on guard!" As soon as he said that, everyone clenched their divine weapons. The people from the Venerable region might not be their own people. Everyone knew this. Far away, Old Wang and the others poked their heads out from a pile of rocks. Looking at the people gathering there, they were also very nervous. So many people. How many people from the Rank 8 region have come? Hundreds of Rank 7 Grandmasters, and who knew how many Rank 8 powerhouses. With so many people, if they saw through Fong Ping's identity, he would not escape death no matter how strong he was. Fong Ping was walking on a tightrope by luring so many people to gather all at once. They did not speak anymore. Their expressions were solemn. After a moment, Wang Jinyang said in a low voice, "Iron Head, the battle has begun. Get close to Fong Ping within 1,000 meters. You control your divine armor and protect Fong Ping at the crucial moment. Leave the origin chi of the minister. Whether he lives or dies, it's all up to fate." "Understood," Li Hansong replied. Wang Jinyang glanced at Yao Qingjun. Yao Qingjun nodded slightly. The long spear in his hand had already turned into a rope. If it was really a critical moment, he would also pull Fong Ping out. Beside him, Qin Fengqing said nervously, "What about me? You go to the entrance and wait for orders." Qin Fengqing bared his teeth. "Guys, if I go out, even a fool will know that something has happened inside. The guards at the entrance are all dead. I'm risking more than Fong Ping. You guys have to remember this. Stop talking nonsense. Go quickly. Now that everyone is here, it's safer." Qin Fengqing heard that and did not say anything else. He retreated carefully. Rumble! The trembling of the boundary wall was getting louder. Bai Shan and the others would not be the first to enter. If they entered first, they would be stuck in the boundary wall like Yang Qing that day. They would be at the mercy of others. Very soon, a rank 8 martial artist's head popped out from the boundary wall. As soon as they passed through the boundary wall, the other party immediately sensed dozens of auras. He raised his head to take a look and heaved a sigh of relief. "Greetings, your highnesses. Why you and the others are here?" "Your Highness Feng, the other highnesses are at the boundary wall." Fong Ping's expression was solemn. He frowned and said, "Who knows if you're telling the truth or not? Guards, control him first to prevent the enemy from taking advantage of the situation." "Your Highness Feng." This rank 8 powerhouse looked indignant as he drilled out. Fong Ping shouted, "Shut up! We'll talk about it when everyone from the Exalt region is here. Who knows if it's real or fake if it's just you? If you dare to spout any more nonsense, don't blame me for ordering people to behead you." This time, the person became obedient. Even though he was furious, he still chose to accept his fate. His Royal Highness Feng had lost his mind. It was best not to be disobedient, lest he angered the other party and got himself killed for no reason. The weak point of the boundary wall was a small area. It was only one person who could pass through one by one. When this person was halfway through, a few rank 7 martial artists beside Fong Ping walked forward and restrained him. Seeing that the rank 7 martial artists were half pulling and half dragging, seemingly perfunctory, Fong Ping shouted, "Use a mortal deity to imprison his skull. If he dares to make any strange movements, behead him immediately." "Your Highness Feng." This time, this rank 8 martial artist was displeased. His eyes were filled with anger as he shouted, "Your Highness, I'm not a sinner. How can you humiliate me like this?" Martial artists did not have any methods to imprison their opponents. There was no such thing as sealing their acupoints and crippling their martial arts. Using mentality to imprison a powerhouse's skull would allow other powerhouses' mentality to infiltrate the skull. Once there was any strange movement, the skull would explode instantly. Even a rank 8 powerhouse would find it difficult to escape. Under such circumstances, he was basically at the mercy of others. How could he be willing? Fong Ping's gaze was cold and fierce. Beside him, Jiao also said sternly, "You dare to resist? If you're not a thief, then forget it. We'll remove the imprison later. If you dare to say another word, I'll kill you right now." You guys, this person was also a rank 8 powerhouse with a rank 8 golden body. He was not a nobody in the catacombs. Even if he surrendered to the descendants of a true king, he would still be highly regarded by the descendants. Now, however, his skull was invaded by someone else's mentality. This was simply a great humiliation. However, seeing the long halberd in Feng Miexing's hand flashing, the long sword in Ji Yao's hand bursting with brilliance, and those commander-level martial artists glaring at him like tigers watching their prey, this person gritted his teeth and gave up resisting very quickly. 4 rank 7 martial artists' mentality surged into his skull instantly, enveloping his skull. Under such circumstances, it was extremely easy to kill him. Seeing that he had accepted his fate, Ji Yao breathed a sigh of relief once more. She said telepathically, "I didn't expect you to have this trick up your sleeve. I didn't expect it." She was really a little surprised. She had never thought of this before. Fong Ping ignored her. Seeing that this person was being controlled, he shouted, "All of you, wait here. Control whoever comes in. Wait for Hua Yu and the rest to enter and confirm their identities before releasing him." Yes, sir. The rank 8 martial artist who was being controlled gritted his teeth and said, "We came here with your highnesses. How could we be thieves?" Fong Ping humphed. You all thought so in Imperial City. What happened in the end? Having said that, he no longer cared about him. As soon as this person came out, in the next moment, another head popped out from the border wall. Fong Ping was too lazy to say anything. He said directly, "Tell him the rules. Hurry." Very soon, someone from the people Fong Ping brought along announced these things. Seeing the first colleague who was being restrained, the second person frowned slightly. After a moment of silence, he also chose to accept his fate. Then the third person, after listening, this person thought for a while and said, "Your Highnesses, I will go back and inform your Highnesses first. Let your Highnesses enter first. On this side of the border wall, there had to be continuous people to maintain this weak point. Once it was sealed, the weak point would soon become a strong point." Hearing that, Fong Ping scolded, "Go back now. The border wall is sealed. When will you find the second weak point? Hurry up. Don't tell me you're Fong Ping." "Your Highness Fong," this person said again, "then I will expand the border wall passageway later. Your Highness, communicate with the other Highnesses personally." As he said that, this person began to unleash his full strength, expanding the passageway that could only fit a head initially. Seeing that, Ji Yao's gaze shifted. She said telepathically, "Should we make a move?" Fong Ping waved his hand slightly and said telepathically, "Hua Yu and the rest haven't arrived yet. If we make a move now, we'll be exposed. We must wait for all of them to enter. It's fine. In any case, we've captured 2 venerables. Since they're unwilling, then let them come in together." This third rank 8 martial artist was not stupid. He was also unwilling to be a fish on the chopping block. Fong Ping did not mind either. At this point, it was a free win to capture a rank 8. Even if Hua Yu and the rest came, Fong Ping would not mind either. So what if he captured 2 people just in case? Very soon, the passageway was expanded to the size of a wash basin. Once the passageway was expanded, Fong Ping and the rest could vaguely see the other side. The person stuck in the passageway hurriedly shouted, "Your Highnesses, His Highness Fong and the rest have captured the 2 venerables, Hua Yu." On the other side, Hua Yu heard that and frowned slightly. Through the gap, he looked at Feng Mieshing and said with a dark expression, "Feng Mieshing, what's the meaning of this?" Fong Ping said impatiently, "They're coming in one by one. Who knows if they're your people? You guys didn't show yourselves, so how would I know if they're good or bad? Cut the crap and let my people in first. Lu Hao, Jing Yuki, come in. I've been waiting for you for a long time." Among the crowd, there were 12 rank 8 martial artists that Fong Ping had brought with him. When these people heard this, they all moved and prepared to come forward. Seeing this, Hua Yu let out a humph. Feng Mieshing was actually waiting here. How unlucky. He did not say anything. Beside him, Xianjun hurriedly shouted, "Ji Yao, have you caught them yet?" Ji Yao did not say anything. Fong Ping, on the other hand, was extremely furious. He roared, "Xianjun, are you provoking me?" Xianjun's expression was livid. "How am I provoking you?" However, after thinking about it, it was probably because they had not caught them yet. Otherwise, Feng Mieshing would not be waiting at the border wall for the Venerable Region's people to come. When Xianjun thought of this, she felt contempt in her heart. Hundreds of people could not even catch a few Resurrection Realm martial artists. Feng Mieshing was indeed useless. Not only Feng Mieshing, but Ji Yao was also stupid. She had brought so many people with her, yet she still had to wait for reinforcements. A few chieftains were already so difficult to kill. In the future, would it not require a true king to kill the land of Rebirth's divine generals? While they were talking, the third venerable entered the border wall. Very soon, the fourth person also began to cross over. Fong Ping did not let anyone control him anymore. He continued to wait. 5, 6, Fong Ping counted as he watched. There were quite a lot of people, including Hua Yu's 5 people. There were a total of 35 rank 8 martial artists. Among them, 12 were brought by Fong Ping. Ji Yao also had a few people on her side, but not many. When she came to the Sky Plant's royal court, She did not bring many people. Of the rank 8 she brought, only 3 were on her side. The remaining 15 people plus Hua Yu's 5 people, 20 people were on Hua Yu's side. 60 rank 7s and 15 rank 8s. If all of them listened to my orders, killing 20 rank 8s should be enough. Fong Ping calculated in his heart for a while. He had some doubts. When it came to a critical moment, would these guys be reliable? Feng Yexing's direct subordinates were actually only a few people from Prince Feng's mansion. There were less than 10 of them, and they were all rank 7. These people all followed Feng Yexing's orders. However, the others were all transferred from the various divine generals' mansions. Just as Fong Ping was thinking about this, Hua Yu suddenly said, "Feng Yexing, where are Hua Nan and the rest?" His subordinates were all gone. Fong Ping said impatiently, "A few are dead. The rest are patrolling in other areas." "Why do you want me to pay with my life? They're all a bunch of useless people. If they're dead, so be it." Hua Yu was furious. If they were dead, so be it. How could it be that easy to recruit high-rank subordinates? In order to nurture these people, who knew how many treasures of heaven and earth had been spent. In the end, not long after they were handed over to Feng Yexing, they were actually dead. Hua Yu was furious. Beside him, Bai Shangyue said telepathically, "Hua Yu, it's not just your people. Damn it, the others don't seem to be here. Is there a problem? Did Feng Yexing purposely kill them?" Hua Yu focused his gaze. Almost none of the people in his line of sight were his people. Where were they? Were they all dead? Was there a problem? While he was thinking, Fong Ping shouted, "Lu Hao, hurry up! Go in quickly. Once you're inside, seal the passageway. Some bastards want to make fun of me. Don't think I don't know what they're up to." Hua Yu's expression froze when he heard this. He then harumphed, "Feng Yexing, don't be so ungrateful. Without our help, do you really think you can capture those people?" "What a joke." Fong Ping sneered and said impatiently, "Hurry up. What are you waiting for? Hua Yu, your people aren't going in, but are letting my people in. By blocking the passageway, are you trying to let Wang Jinyang and the others escape?" Beside him, Ji Yao also shouted, "Xianzhen, are you guys going in or not? The passageway is about to be sealed." Hua Yu and the others looked at each other. Hua Yu said telepathically, "Be careful. That bastard Feng Yexing is too reckless. Don't let him command your venerables. Otherwise, he'll kill you." Bai Shangyue felt uneasy. He said telepathically, "This guy is too reckless. He won't attack us, will he?" "He wouldn't dare." Hua Yu snorted. Although he said he wouldn't dare, a crystal ball appeared in his hand. When the others saw him taking out a king avatar, they did not dare to be careless. Other than Xianzhen, everyone else had a king avatar in their hands. "Feng Yexing, what do we do? They seem to be suspicious." Ji Yao panicked. It was all Feng Yexing's fault. He had killed all of Hua Yu's men. They were in trouble now. Hua Yu and the other 3 had king avatars. Once they were unleashed, even if they only had the strength of a weak rank 9, for weak rank 9 powerhouses were enough to kill all the commander-level powerhouses present. Fong Ping was calm. He said telepathically, "What's the rush? They have clones, but we don't. Besides, even if they have clones, they wouldn't dare to use them. They're just being cautious." "That's easy for you to say." "It's that easy." Fong Ping said a few simple words. He did not want to say more. At this moment, Fong Ping had his eyes on by Shangyue. He had the holy fruit and the storage ring. There were not many descendants of a true king with a storage ring. Fong Ping had a sharp eye. Among the people present, Ji Yao, Feng Yexing, Bai Shangyue, and Hua Yu had a storage ring. The others, like Purple Moon, Hu Feng, and Xianzhen, did not seem to have a storage ring. Obviously, even in the catacombs, not everyone had storage equipment. At least, one's father's generation must be relatively powerful to have one. The moment he set his eyes on by Shangyue, the people opposite him had already started to pass through the regional barrier. Xianzhen was the first, followed by Purple Moon, and then Hua Yu and the rest. The people Fong Ping brought with him were placed last. Xianzhen passed through. Fong Ping did not move. The others entered the territory one after another. Fong Ping did not move either. Seeing that Fong Ping did not move, Ji Yao was impatient, but there was nothing she could do. By the time Hua Yu passed through the regional barrier, Ji Yao had already given up on killing them while they were stuck at the regional barrier. The moment Hua Yu passed through, a few rank 8 martial artists stepped forward to protect them. Hua Yu glanced at the 2 rank 8 martial artists who were imprisoned and frowned. Feng Yesheng, it's time to release them. Fong Ping glanced at him and said mildly, wait a little longer. Investigate these 2 fellows. Who knows if they are Fong Ping in disguise? You, what about you? Fong Ping humphed. Why, you don't think I don't know what you're thinking? Gather together later and don't run around. Are you trying to cause trouble? Do you think I don't know what you're trying to do? When Lu Hao and the rest come in, I'll keep an eye on you first. Having said that, Fong Ping sneered. Do you think you can hide these little tricks from me? What a joke. Hua Yu's expression changed. How unlucky. Who knew they would bump into this guy the moment they came in? He thought this guy was looking for Wang Jinyang and the rest all over the world. As they spoke, Fong Ping's people began to pass through the regional barrier. 1, 2, very soon everyone had entered. The regional barrier also began to close slowly. At this moment, Fong Ping suddenly said, what did you say? Everyone looked at him. Who was he talking to? Fong Ping's mentality was fluctuating violently. He looked at Lu Hao abruptly, his gaze cold and harsh. Is what you said true? Your Highness, Lu Hao was dumbfounded. I didn't say anything. Fong Ping hinted with his eyes. Although Lu Hao did not know what Feng Yesheng was doing, he could only shut up. Say that again. Fong Ping growled coldly. Lu Hao was helpless. After thinking for a while, he began to use his mentality to transmit his voice. Your Highness, damn it. Fong Ping suddenly exploded, roaring, Yang Sheng, it's Fong Ping. Kill him. Kill those 2 venerables. Boom! As soon as he finished speaking, Ji Yao slashed with her sword, splitting the bodies of the 2 rank 8 martial artists who were imprisoned. At this moment, the 2 of them were still alive. The chieftains who imprisoned them released their mentality instinctively. Boom! 2 consecutive explosions were heard, followed by 2 piercing screams. On the other hand, Fong Ping did not use any combat techniques. His halberd shot out, heading straight for Yang Sheng, who was at the back of the crowd. Kill! Yang Sheng, it's Fong Ping. Attack! Fong Ping's series of roars could be heard. Hua Yu and the rest subconsciously rose into the air, escaping the attack's range. As for Yang Sheng, who was identified as Fong Ping, he was shocked at first. Then, he flew into a rage and shouted, how dare you? Damn it, how dare you frame me? As he spoke, a spear appeared in Yang Sheng's hand. With a thrust, he sent Fong Ping's halberd flying. At this moment, Fong Ping flew backward, blood flowing from his mouth. He roared, what are you waiting for? He's Fong Ping. Kill him. Ji Yao almost vomited blood. Damn, this bastard's framing skills were so low. It was a sneak attack. Damn it, why didn't he sneak attack? She was furious now. Feng Yesheng seemed to have lost his mind and tried to frame Yang Sheng. Was he not creating trouble? Even though she was dissatisfied, she could not care less since she had already attacked. She shouted, kill Yang Sheng. Do it now. How dare you? If you don't do it now, all of you will die. Hurry. Someone in the crowd started struggling. From afar, Fong Ping roared again. Lu Hao, do it. Kill him. Your Highness, these people were struggling. Was he going to kill a crown prince just like that? Lu Hao knew better than anyone that he had not spoken at all. His Highness was slandering Yang Sheng. However, things had already come to this. Lu Hao saw that Yang Sheng was furious and charging straight for Fong Ping. He moved, gritting his teeth, and said, kill. Boom! Lu Hao had already made his move. When the others saw that Yang Sheng was going to kill Feng Yesheng, they could not wait any longer and started attacking. A great battle broke out instantly. High up in the sky, Hua Yu and the rest looked at each other, losing their composure. Damn it! Feng Yesheng wanted to kill Yang Sheng? Or, while they were still thinking about it, Fong Ping roared again. Hua Yu, Yang Sheng is Fong Ping. You idiots, why aren't you doing it? Feng Yesheng, how dare you slander me? I'm not Fong Ping. If you want to kill me, I'll kill you first. Yang Sheng was also enraged. His eyes were bloodshot as he roared, Why you? Kill them together. They're doing it on purpose. They want to kill us. Do it now. High up in the sky, Hua Yu and the rest looked at each other, eager to make a move. Who should they kill? Ah! A scream was heard. In that short moment, the battle had escalated. A rank 7 commander-in-chief was killed instantly. Ji Yao rode on Phoenix Sparrow and headed straight for Fong Ping. Her eyes were filled with anger and anxiety. This was different from what she had imagined. Feng Yexing. Ji Yao was furious. How should she deal with this situation? Fong Ping retreated while shouting, Kill Yang Sheng. Feng Mansion will reward you with 3 maple fruits, 10 golden body fruits, 1 level 9 divine weapon, and 3 divine path antiques. He's Fong Ping. If his identity is confirmed and Yang Sheng is killed, Fong Ping will reward you again. Ji Yao and I will bear witness to this promise. Yang Sheng did not bring many people with him. He only had 2 rank 8 subordinates. At this moment, both of them and he were on the verge of collapsing. Hearing this, Yang Sheng roared, Hua Yu. Feng Yexing and Ji Yao have joined forces. They want to kill us all? Idiots, if you don't do it now, you'll die too. Fong Ping decided not to hide it anymore. He shouted, Kill them all. When Ji Yao and I become lords, you will at least be lords of the royal city. Ancestor Wang and Life King have joined forces. Kill them now. Ji Yao was so angry that she wanted to vomit blood. Feng Yexing, damn it you. Do it now. What are you waiting for? Fong Ping did not give her a chance to refute. Yes, we have joined forces. This is the truth. Kill them now. Boom. At this moment, Hua Yu and the rest in the sky did not hesitate anymore. Kill Feng Yexing and Ji Yao. The 2 of them had joined forces to kill them. Too daring. Ji Yao dodged hurriedly. There was no way she could back down now. Seeing this, she roared, Kill. Kill them. I guarantee that after killing them, all of you will be unharmed. Everyone will be rewarded. Feng Yexing and Ancestor Wang have both taken 2 great paths. No one in Divine Land can defeat them. Lord Feng Yexing has broken through? At this moment, Lu Hao and the rest were excited. Seeing this, Fong Ping shouted again, Kill them. I will be the Lord, and no one will be able to stop me. This time, we will return to the palace and force Li Zhu to abdicate. When I become a true king, everyone will be rewarded. As he roared, he retreated into the crowd. Hua Yu and the rest did not hold back either. They charged straight at them. In the blink of an eye, energy surged in the void and exploded. Fight! Some of the Commander L martial artists were hesitant at first, but now that they saw them charging at them, they no longer hesitated. These princes had gone crazy to fight for the position of Lord. However, Feng Yexing and Ming Wang were both peerless powerhouses who had taken 2 great paths. It was obvious which was more important. After killing Hua Yu and the rest, the 2 princes' positions as Lord were in the bag. Kill. In the void, swords, fists, and palm prints formed one after another. Towering demon plants also appeared one after another. Those were materialized objects. Hua Yu roared, Use the true king's avatar. Kill them. Fong Ping continued to retreat, shouting, Don't worry. If they dare to use the true king clone, so do we. Everyone, do your best. Feng Ji and the rest will be here soon. They will die today. As soon as he finished speaking, Fong Ping roared, Feng Ji, come quickly. Previously, there were 2 teams that had split up to search. These people were nearby. Fong Ping did not summon them, but he had purposely asked Old Wang and the rest to lure the 2 teams here. These 2 teams were led by the Feng Mansion's direct line of descent. Hearing Fong Ping's words, Lu Hao and the rest perked up again. Ah! A scream was heard, followed by a deafening explosion. Next to Yang Sheng, a rank 8 martial artist exploded. Bastard! Yang Sheng's face was drained of blood. He had the most people on his side. He could not hold on any longer. In the next moment, a small crystal tree appeared in Yang Sheng's hand. Don't force me, Yang Sheng roared. After releasing the true king clone, He no longer had the ability to save his life. Now that the battle was chaotic, even if he killed some people, he could not kill all of them. Not to mention that Huayu and the rest were all carrying clones. At this time, even an idiot knew that they might have to kill a whole bunch of people today, including Huayu. They might all be thinking of leaving only one person alive. Fong Ping was just a prelude. At this time, they had completely shed all pretense of cordiality. Everyone had their own thoughts. No one came to save Yang Sheng because they all wanted to be the final victor. Since they had already started, then they should just kill. Kill until there was only 1 or 2 people left, one person from the great imperial court. That would be the best outcome for everyone. Huayu, save me. Yang Sheng shouted, his eyes flashing fiercely. He roared, if you don't save me, then we'll die together. Damn it. Huayu saw him pointing the small tree at him, his face full of anger. Yang Sheng, this bastard. On the other side, Fong Ping laughed. Kill. Huayu, let's decide the winner today. Whoever tries to run will be the first to die. Huayu, I can't wait any longer. The battle is imminent. How much longer do I have to wait? I don't want to wait until the last moment before I become the Lord. Feng Yesheng, you're too confident. Do you really think you can win? Ha, the royal ancestor has stepped into 2 paths. How can he lose? With Ji Yao's help, all of you will die. Ji Yao, you want to kill me? Ji Yao, you can't do this. Xianzhen has no intention of competing for the position of Lord. In the crowd, Xianzhen was even more miserable, shouting loudly. He did not have a true king clone to protect him. Right now, he was surrounded by more than 10 rank 7 martial artists and was on the verge of collapse. Beside Ji Yao, Hu Feng glanced at her. Ji Yao shouted coldly, Hu Feng, bring some people and kill him. Kill him, and by Shanyue, I will become the Lord, and you will be the Lord of Destiny Hall. Hu Feng did not hesitate. With a wave of his hand, he led a few people and charged toward Xianzhen. After he left, Ji Yao glared at Fong Ping fiercely. Unable to suppress her anger, she growled, Bastard, you deserve to die. Feng Yesheng had disappointed her. He actually wanted a big battle, directly. Damn it, this was completely different from what she had imagined. She had already made preparations to plot against Bai Shanyue. As long as she was not exposed, there was still hope. Now, it had become a big battle royale. Fong Ping humphed coldly. Let's be decisive. Since they're already suspicious, then let's get rid of them once and for all. Ji Yao, later, I'll leave King Hua's clone to you and King Bai Shanyue's clone to me. Then Purple Moon and the rest. Use their lives to pay for it. Without hesitation, Fong Ping growled, Remember, even though Ji Yao was so angry that she wanted to vomit blood, she did not hesitate anymore and responded quickly. Rumble! The sound of explosions rang out again. Screams of mentality being obliterated rose and fell. The battle had reached its climax in an instant. P.S. It would be a waste not to vote for the last few hours. Please vote. Chapter 768. Outside the crowd, Fong Ping held the Maple King's avatar in his hand, not saying a word. After a long while, Fong Ping looked at Ji Yao and said in a low voice, The Life King's avatar has the strength of a divine path. Release the Life King's avatar and trigger the origin Dao to explode. Kill them all. Ji Yao looked at him coldly. Don't you have the Maple King's divine path avatar? Ji Yao smirked. You want me to release it? What about you? Won't you be able to do whatever you want in the end? Fong Ping glanced at her. After a long while, he said, Up to you. After saying that, Fong Ping shouted again, Bai Shanyue, do you dare to fight me? You have a death wish. Bai Shanyue roared and pushed back a rank 8 powerhouse with a swing of his axe. He laughed. You dare to fight me? Feng Yesheng, do you dare to fight me? Fong Ping ignored him. He looked at Ji Yao again and took a deep breath. Today, I'll use all my trump cards and help you kill Bai Shanyue. I'll leave Huayu to you. I'll kill him. If you purposely leak that these people are Sky Plant's royal court powerhouses, I'll be in trouble. You kill Sky Plant's royal court's people, I'll kill Destiny Royal Court's people. Ji Yao looked at him and frowned slightly. Where did this guy get his confidence to kill? I'll use the Ancestor King's avatar. At this time, I might be able to kill him if I use both. You, Ji Yao frowned again. After a while, she said, all right, you want to kill Hua Yu and the rest. What about the entrants? Don't worry, I'll kill them. If I can't, they won't know anything. It doesn't matter if I kill them or not. Feng Yexing kept changing his plan, which made Ji Yao even more displeased. Then I'll lure Bai Shan-Yue away to prevent the avatar from exploding and letting the others die with him. They can't die too many yet. All right. Ji Yao was happy that Feng Yexing was willing to lure Bai Shan-Yue away. She could not wait for the both of them to die together. However, Feng Yexing better not die now. It was not the end yet. Come, Bai Shan-Yue. Feng Ping rose into the air and shouted, let him come. Lu Hao shouted, Your Highness, you can't. I, Feng Yexing, want to lead the royal court, but if I can't kill Emir Bai Shan-Yue, how can I become the lord of the royal court? If I become a king lord, I will definitely become the strongest king lord in history. I'll crush an exalt realm expert today. Arrogant, Bai Shan-Yue roared. Golden light erupted from his body and was incomparably dazzling. He shouted, I'll kill you first, then I'll kill that bitch Ji Yao. You're courting death. Ji Yao flew into a rage when she heard this. The sword in her hand shot through the air and headed straight for Bai Shan-Yue. Feng Ping's expression darkened. Damn it. Why did you have to stir up trouble at this time? This woman is a shit stirrer. Bai Shan-Yue laughed maniacally and swung his axe again. The energy in the void exploded. Not only that, when the axe was swung out, it instantly turned into a giant crocodile. The crocodile opened its jaws wide and bit down on Ji Yao's sword. Ji Yao, you slut. Even if you have a level 9 divine weapon, it's still a waste. Do you think you're worthy of fighting with me for the position of King Lord? Bai Shan-Yue's disdain was written all over his face. If it wasn't for the fact that the Ji family is powerful, you wouldn't have the chance to order me around. Today will be the day you die. Bai Shan-Yue was indeed extremely powerful. His control of divine weapons was also unparalleled. Transforming divine weapons into beasts was a realm that could only be achieved by those who had extremely strong control of divine weapons. The axe in his hand was also a rank 9 divine weapon. This giant crocodile had the ability of a rank 9 when it was alive. Although it could not unleash its full power now, it had the ability of a peak rank 8. With a bite, Ji Yao's divine weapon long sword made a creaking sound. Anger flashed in Ji Yao's eyes when she saw this. Indeed, these bastards had never thought highly of her. Feng Yexing and the others were right. Rather than relying on the king ancestor or her father, it was better to rely on herself. Bai Shan-Yue, in her anger, Ji Yao no longer cared about anything else. In an instant, a giant appeared in the void and merged with the phoenix bird it was sitting on. The phoenix bird let out a long cry and turned into a golden giant beast in the blink of an eye. It shot forward at high speed, heading straight for the giant crocodile that had transformed from divine weapon. Bang, bang, bang. The two giant beasts engaged in a chaotic battle in the void, causing golden sparks to explode. Bai Shan-Yue's face turned slightly pale. Controlling the divine weapon consumed a lot of mentality. On the other hand, when Ji Yao controlled the phoenix bird, both parties worked together. This was the difference between a living thing and an inanimate object. Not only that, Ji Yao was enraged at this moment. In the next moment, she spat out a mouthful of golden blood. As soon as the blood came out, it shone brightly. Feng Ping gulped. F***CK. He had underestimated these guys. Forget it. He would just watch the show. King Ancestor, lend me your divine power. Ji Yao let out a low cry. The golden blood exploded in an instant, merging into her body. In the blink of an eye, Ji Yao, who was originally at commander level, exuded the aura of a golden body powerhouse. Returns. The rank 9 divine weapon long sword returned to Ji Yao's hand in the blink of an eye. Holding the divine weapon, a set of divine weapon armor appeared on Ji Yao's body once again. She shouted angrily. By Shan Yue, you dare to underestimate me? I will kill you. As she spoke, Ji Yao broke through the air. Before she arrived, the divine weapon had already slashed down. Bai Shan Yue's divine weapon was entangled by the phoenix bird. At this moment, he let out an angry roar. A set of armor appeared on his body, and he broke out of the encirclement. In the blink of an eye, he was fighting Ji Yao. The early stage rank 8 by Shan Yue, without an offensive divine weapon, was actually being beaten back by Ji Yao. In the crowd, Hua Yu shouted, "The Life King's divine blood won't last long. Hold her back." Fong Ping felt like he was watching a show. Ji Yao, a rank 7 martial artist, had become a rank 8 in the blink of an eye. Moreover, these guys all had divine weapons and armor. However, King Extravagant. These two aren't weak. Their actual strength is only at rank 8 1 or 2, but with the divine weapons and armor, they might have the strength of a rank 8 3 or 4. Fong Ping could not help but sigh. These guys really had a lot of tricks up their sleeves. This was not the end. On the other side, Xianjun suddenly let out an angry roar. His body suddenly grew to 3 to 4 meters tall. Kill! Xianjun, who was previously surrounded by more than 10 people and on the verge of collapse, suddenly became incomparably powerful. There was no divine weapon in his hands. Instead, a pair of gloves as thin as a cicada's wings appeared on his palms. Die! Xianjun grabbed a rank 7 martial artist with one hand. His palm was incomparably huge, wrapping the other party in his hands. With a rumble, he crushed the other party directly. Sky-raising palm. Mysterious King's secret art. Hu Feng shouted, his face full of shock and anger. Then, he was overjoyed. He shouted, "Kill him. He has a true king's secret art with him." As soon as he said that, even Hua Yu and the rest froze. A fallen true king's secret art. They thought that the Xian family's secret art was with Xian Tong, but now it seemed that it was with Xianjun. Kill him. Kill Xianjun. He has just learned the secret art. The mysterious king has fallen, but his divine path is not destroyed. He will definitely condense the origin crystal. These people shouted. Fong Ping, on the other hand, was dumbfounded. What did this mean? Kill. At this moment, Xianjun was incomparably fierce. Once again, he grabbed a rank 7 martial artist. That person seemed to have nowhere to run. He was directly squeezed in his hand and exploded. Want to kill me? The huge Xianjun's eyes were bloodshot. He roared angrily. You think you can do it? You killed Ancestor Wang, and now you want to kill me. Don't blame me for being merciless. Feng Yeshan, kill him. In the distance, Ji Yao, who was fighting with Bai Shan Yue, shouted, "Kill Xianjun. Seize the secret art." Although Fong Ping was dumbfounded, he also knew what the true king's secret art meant, especially the fallen true king's secret art. This meant that it might allow someone to walk on the fallen true king's origin path, and then step into the true king realm. Actually, Fong Ping did not know much about this. He felt that many people knew the true king's secret art. He also did not see Old Man Li, who knew it. Xianjun had learned it, but he was being attacked and killed. What was going on? Fong Ping did not know much about this, but the others had a good idea. When the true king was alive and the secret art was passed down, the others could only say that they had learned combat techniques and not the origin path. Killing the others would not be of much use. However, when the true king died, if the secret art was passed down in its entirety, then the person who learned the secret art would have the true king's origin condensed in his body. Even if it was just a wisp, it was enough to be valued. If Xianjun was killed, the secret art would continue to be passed down. On this point, Fong Ping was really not too sure. When the Yang family's elder ancestor died, the Yang family's only thought was to seize his remains. In Fong Ping's opinion, the true king's secret art might be of some use, but it should not be of much use. Now, it seemed that there was something different. Even though he did not know what was going on, Fong Ping still shouted, "Surround and kill Xianjun. Hurry!" As for himself, forget it. If he attacked now, he would be waiting for everyone to kill him. He did not know Feng Miesheng's combat techniques. The battle was getting more and more chaotic. Tiger Peak led a group of people to surround and kill Xianjun. Xianjun's secret art was also extremely powerful, forcing the people from Tiger Peak to retreat. Ji Yao, on the other hand, kept sending by Shanyue flying, gaining the upper hand. Lu Hao led a group to surround and kill Yangsheng. Yangsheng began to meet up with Huayu. Ziyu, on the other hand, led a group to fight the other rank 7 martial artists. The battle was also chaotic. At this time, Huayu roared, "Ziyu, go kill Feng Miesheng." As soon as he finished speaking, the divine weapon in Huayu's hand transformed into a giant tree. The giant tree swept across, directly sweeping away a few rank 7 martial artists in front of Ziyu. Ziyu did not waste any time. Holding a thin sword, she moved her body and went straight for Feng Ping. Feng Ping sighed. "I want to kill Bai Shan Yue." Ziyu, this pauper, actually came for him. Wasn't she causing trouble? Men, surround and kill her. Feng Ping continued to retreat. He was not willing to fight Ziyu. Feng Ping flew backward for a while. At this time, he had already sensed Feng Ji and his group rushing over. He shouted, "Feng Ji, kill Huayu's people." They colluded with Feng Ping to kill Ji Yao and me. Do it quickly. On both sides of Feng Ji and his group, there were also a few of Huayu's people. As soon as he said this, a battle broke out not far away in the blink of an eye. The entire boundary wall area was in complete chaos. On Ziyu's side, they were also incomparably fierce. With a rank 8 martial artist, they worked together and quickly destroyed a rank 7 martial artist who blocked their way. The two of them surrounded and killed another rank 8 martial artist. At this time, with so many powerhouses gathered together, the killing was endless. People kept dying. Screams rose and fell. When it came to killing people, it was Xianjun who killed the most. Not long after, she had killed 4 to 5 rank 7 martial artists. Hu Feng could not hold on any longer. Suddenly, he let out an angry roar, a stamp-like object appearing in his hand. "Die!" Hu Feng roared. A figure suddenly appeared in the void above the king's battlefield. The figure was extremely illusory, but the pressure was incomparably strong. Without a word, the figure threw a punch at Xianjun. Seeing this, Xianjun revealed a look of horror. Extremely surprised, Hu Feng had actually brought a king clone with him. At the same time, Feng Ping was also extremely shocked. F***CK. These guys all had their own trump cards. A few times before, everyone had used their clones to save their lives. Only Hu Feng did not move. Even Ji Yao thought that Hu Feng did not bring a king clone with him. Who knew that Hu Feng had one too? However, Hu Feng was also angered by the killing and was the first to release the Tiger King clone. In the void, the energy began to move restlessly. Above the energy layer, the Chaos Origin Path was also becoming restless. However, the Tiger King clone was not too strong, so it had not triggered an attack from the Origin Path yet. Damn it! At this time, outside the king's battlefield, a figure suddenly staggered and shouted, "Bastard! Who dares to touch my descendant?" Hu Feng had used his clone. Once he used his clone, his mentality that had been cut off would no longer be connected to him and would soon shatter. Xian Tong, who was hurrying along with him, had a drastic change of expression. He said immediately, "Master, Hu Feng used your clone? Damn it." The Tiger King ignored him and grabbed him. Then, he flew toward the king's battle arena. At this moment, Tiger King still did not know that his grandson had used his clone to deal with Xianjun. Mount Yuhai. Zhang Tao's expression changed. He said, "Let's go. Tiger King has arrived." There are some changes in his mentality. Someone has used his clone. A bloody battle has broken out in the king's battlefield. Li Jin hurried to catch up. He said in surprise, 3,000 li away. You can sense the changes in his mentality? Why? Is it against the law? Li Jun said angrily. Stop changing the topic. Have you taken the second path or not? I didn't sense anything unusual. That's because you're useless. I have a path that leads to the heavens. Why should I take the wrong path? Li Jun's face darkened. Arrogant old thing. Just you wait. I'm about to step onto the second path. Let's see how arrogant you can be. However, Li Jun was still a little speechless. So fast? How long had it been? Even the king's clone had been used. What was the situation in the king's battlefield like? Don't even think of killing me. The king's battlefield. Xianjun's body continued to expand. The next moment, he passed through space and blended into the crowd. There was a rumble. A rank 7 martial artist in front of him was smashed into pieces by Tiger King's clone. Xianjun was bleeding from his mouth. He laughed. You haven't reached the divine path yet. You can't kill me so easily. Tiger King's mentality was not much. The clone's ability was not too strong. Xianjun's ability was not weak either. As long as he waited for Tiger King's clone to dissipate, the danger would be gone. At this moment, Fong Ping had another realization. It turned out that the king's clone was not invincible. Old Zhang's clone was still amazing. Killing a rank 9 was like cutting a melon. Tiger King and the rest did not know if their mentality was too little or they were useless to begin with. They could not even kill a rank 8 martial artist. Fong, extermination. Hu Fong roared. You're still watching the show? Attack. Fong Ping was helpless. Everyone was here. If I attack, wouldn't I be digging my own grave? If I don't attack, the fight has already reached this point. The king's descendants are fighting desperately. If I hide, won't I be telling others that there's something wrong with me? These people have no patience at all. As important characters, we should be the last to fight. Fong Ping did not waste any time. The halberd in his hand appeared again, and he threw it. Damn bastard. Hu Fong cursed. Fong extermination was still preserving his strength. Damn it, he could not care less about cursing anymore. He charged toward Xianjun quickly. The Tiger King's clone that had not dissipated launched another punch. Huayu, Yangsheng, Bai Shanyue. Xianjun roared, but no one paid attention to him. It would be best if Xianjun died. They could use his death to get rid of the Tiger King's clone. They would have 2 less opponents. A king's clone. Even if it was slightly weaker, it was still a king's clone. Xianjun might have escaped once, but he could not escape a second time. Rumble. There was a loud explosion. Xianjun could not dodge this time. His chest was pierced, and his golden flesh turned to dust. Xianjun was not dead yet, but the Tiger King's clone was starting to dissipate. Fong Ping did not attack this time. But in the next moment, Huayu and Yangsheng attacked the heavily injured Xianjun. Poof! A long saber slashed across Xianjun's head, shattering his golden skull. Yubi Asterisk starts. Xianjun's mentality shrieked, but no one paid attention to him. Even Ziyu, who was charging toward Fong Ping, ignored him and went straight for Xianjun. Even Ji Yao and Bai Shanyue, who were fighting, charged toward him in the blink of an eye. Everyone attacked. There was a loud rumble. Xianjun's golden body exploded. The moment it exploded, all the flesh and blood condensed into a pair of gloves. The gloves shone with a mesmerizing glow. True King's ultimate technique. At that moment, Fong Ping completely understood. Xianjun was dead, but his True King's ultimate technique did not dissipate. Instead, it condensed again. Maybe this was not an ultimate technique, but a true King's Dao inheritance. What's going on? Even though he did not know what was going on, Fong Ping did not hesitate. It was not convenient for him to attack, but his mentality controlled the halberd and sent it flying toward the gloves. He wanted to take it away. No wonder these guys did not care about Xianjun's life and death. Killing him would result in a treasure. This was good stuff. The few of them charged toward the gloves, ready to snatch the True King's ultimate technique. Xian Yu True King had just died. If they cultivated Xian Yu True King's ultimate technique now, they might be able to enter Dao Origin very quickly. When that happened, even if they did not become a lord, they might still have a chance of becoming a true king. It was best to have 2 choices. They were all fighting for it. Fong Ping thought for a moment and withdrew his halberd. You guys can fight for it, but it will be mine sooner or later. At this time, 2 teams gathered not far away. There were not as many people as before. There were less than 40 people in both teams. Seeing these people coming, Huayu suddenly shouted, "Kill Feng Mieshing, and I will guarantee that you will enter the divine general realm. Kill Huayu and the others." Feng Ping also shouted. Feng Ji and the others looked at each other. Without hesitation, they charged toward Huayu and the others. In the crowd, Duke Feng's direct descendants outnumbered Huayu's. Huayu's subordinates had already been killed by them. The other neutral factions could only follow the crowd. Seeing this, Huayu's eyes flashed. He glanced at Yang Sheng and shouted, "Release the avatar." "You do it." Huayu gritted his teeth. "Do you want to die with me? If you release the avatar, I guarantee that I will not kill you this time. I swear in the name of King Hua, I will become the Lord, and you will obtain the Xian King's ultimate technique." Then he shouted, "I will save mine to deal with Feng Yeshing. King Feng is stronger than you think." Then he looked at Ziyu and shouted, "Ziyu, you attack too. Kill them all." Without the true king's avatar, Feng Yeshing and Ji Yao are nothing. Ziyu ignored him. Huayu made empty promises. He became the Lord. Yang Sheng obtained the true king's ultimate technique. But what about her? Seeing this, Huayu said angrily, "If you agree, you will be the queen and rule the royal court together." Seeing that they were still hesitating, Huayu suddenly shouted, "Attack!" As soon as he said that, Ziyu and Yang Sheng, who were still hesitating, released their avatars. They did not target Feng Ji and the others, but Feng Ping. Capture the leader first. Kill Feng Mieshing, and the others would collapse on their own. Huayu's shouting earlier was just to divert Feng Mieshing's attention. Seeing this, Feng Ping looked helpless. "Mother Kerr, why did you hit me?" But it seemed like killing me could solve all the problems. In the void, the two shadows had already begun to condense. Feng Ping did not dare to hesitate. He had wanted to keep the Maple King's avatar, but it seemed like he could not count on it now. Feng Ping suddenly threw the maple leaf in his hand. Rumble! The Chaos origin path seemed to be on the verge of exploding. The Maple King's avatar appeared on the spot, looking stronger than the avatar that Ziyu and Yang Sheng had thrown out. The moment the three avatars condensed, Feng Ping did not even look at them. He broke into a run. Hopefully, the Maple King was strong enough. It was 1 against 2. It was better to get rid of the two avatars. In this short period of time, the scene had become extremely chaotic. The avatars of the true king appeared frequently. The others retreated. Just the aftermath of the 3 true king avatars was enough to make them suffer. Everyone retreated, including Ji Yao and the rest. At this moment, the glove had already been snatched by Ji Yao. After snatching the glove, Ji Yao did not even look back. She ignored Bai Shan Yue and quickly ran in the direction where Feng Ping had escaped. Rumble! The 3 avatars started fighting in midair. These avatars were under the control of their controllers, so they did not show any signs of killing each other. However, all 3 avatars had the ability of rank 9. Although they had not reached the level of the origin path, the battle caused the entire battlefield to tremble. Rumble! A series of explosions rang out. The terrain of the entire battlefield began to change rapidly, as if it had been greatly affected. Outside the battlefield, the Maple King's body trembled slightly. Very quickly, he said coldly, "Damn it." His avatars had made their move. The next moment, a sword gleam pierced through the air. The Maple King snorted coldly, saying coldly, "Netherworld King, if you dare to make the first move, don't blame us for invading the land of rebirth today. Kill." Li Jun was indifferent. He said mildly, "Try it then. King Qian isn't here. Do you think you're worthy?" Click. The two of them exchanged blows instantly. A void rift appeared in the blink of an eye. From afar, Zhang Tao chuckled. "It's just a friendly match. Don't take it seriously. Everyone else, leave now. Don't drag you guys into this." Needless to say, the guarding martial artist below ran faster than anyone else at this moment. Even Ji Nan was worried that something would happen to Ji Yao. She ran as fast as she could. The true kings were fighting. If they got angry later, all of them would die. They should run further away first. Zhang Tao did not care about the two of them. He broke through the air and arrived 100 li away in an instant. He chuckled. Guys, don't get involved. Let them play. Oh, King Huai, you trash can go. Li Jun said he wants to fight one against two. B** starred. The King Huai almost exploded in anger. What did he mean? Kill him. The King Huai roared. At this moment, he had gathered King Modo and King Qingping. The three of them were going to kill Zhang Tao first. Just as the King Huai made his threat, a figure appeared next to Zhang Tao. An old man said slowly, King Huai, why are you angry? Since Li Jun wants to play with you, you can go. You. The King Huai's face turned purple. These guys really looked down on him. King Wu was one thing. But did King Gu deserve to look down on him? Without a word, the King Huai slapped at the Chun family's patriarch who had just arrived. Zhang Tao curled his lips. A guy who bullied the weak and feared the strong. Forget it. You guys fight. I won't get involved. Zhang Tao stared at the other two true kings not far away and smiled. No rush. Let's watch the show. These people are too angry. I'll give you a chance to call for more people. This is not enough. It's not worth it if you die here. King Modo and King Qingping looked at each other. They did not say anything, nor did they make a move. 2 against 1. They might not be a match for a King Wu. Since that was the case, they would wait and see. Zhang Tao smiled calmly. But in his heart, he was cursing. Fong Ping, these bastards, hurry up. If they don't come out, there will be big trouble. The Tiger King was about to arrive. Not only the Tiger King, but it seemed that other true kings were also rushing over. Did something big happen inside? Kid, I called all that I can. If we can't beat them later, then we'll have to run. Zhang Tao sighed in his heart. The Chun family's patriarch, Zhang Tao, Nen Yunyue, he had called all that he could. Since when did he have to whistle for help when a few rank 7 and 8 martial artists were stirring up trouble? Motherf asterisk Kerr. I've never called so many people when I was stirring up trouble. Zhang Tao thought as he stared at the entrance of the king battlefield. At this time, the entire boundary wall seemed to be trembling. You're tuning into the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.